didn't.
They will check it,
The horn went.
but it looks like it was after the horn.
Yeah, it was.
It would tie it if it counts. They're showing the replay in-house here. Does the red light come on and the horn sound?
Yeah.
It does. Before Lyle lets it go. UTEP wins it 66-63. The basket came after the buzzer. The Lobos' first loss of the year. UTEP remains unbeaten.
Rob, listen to Hunter. He knows. You would have saved yourself a little, I don't know, a little something. They weren't going to go undefeated. And we knew that this trip was going to tell a lot. I don't know what it told you. We'll get into it. Lobos lose in El Paso 66-63 in a hard-fought, down-to-the-wire, as you just heard, game. That was courtesy of the UNM Sports Network, Robert Portnoy and Hunter Green. Lobos' first road game of the season, their first loss of the season, 66-63. Next tomorrow, they get the Aggies. Good morning, boys and girls. Happy rainy Wednesday to you. 'Tis your opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, Josue, and Jason. What's good, y'all?
What it do?
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Well, look, it was it got bet to a 2-point spread, right? It started as a pick 'em. It was a 1.5, closed at 2. It was tight. It was free throws. You had an opportunity when they called a technical foul for flopping, the new flopping rule, which I don't know that you're all acquainted with, and I don't know that I was acquainted with until last Saturday. They had opportunities, missed some free throws, had the ball down by 1. Paul Weir, and we'll get into this, talked about it, opted to not call a timeout and let it go and flow, which I'm okay with. And I know it's easy in retrospect to say you should have called timeout, and I'm sure we're going to get that conversation today. But with who we had on the floor, I'm okay with them letting it play and flow. They didn't get the bucket. Carlton Bragg left the game, which is concerning, and a game that goes down to a last-second shot. It had everything you want in a rivalry game except for a victory.
It did, and I thought the Lobos were ready. They just weren't quite ready enough. That Miners defense was as advertised. Really wasn't sure what they did against Mexico State. They carried that over. That was the biggest thing to me, is how good they were defensively. As Paul Weir said after the game, they did a good job of keeping them just above the free throw line on the perimeter. Lobos struggled to create good looks, missed a ton of shots, missed a lot around the rim. Yeah, the free throw line missed 11, but they had the advantage getting there, and they stayed aggressive. And the one thing you'd say for the Lobos is they were able to match UTEP's aggressiveness for the most part, especially on the defensive end, which kept them in that game when there were plenty of ugly stretches. But I think that's the game UTEP wanted to play. And Lobos just didn't quite have enough. And I am fine with playing it out at the end, but have a plan. You know you've gone through that situation in practice. You know Paul Weir's talked about it because they're prepared for him not to call that timeout. I didn't like the dribble, and then take it in, and then Jaquan Lyle was caught off guard. And you can see he noticed McQuatch Malawach, then came up to the top to try to bail him out. Hit McQuatch, who got a shot off. But if you're going to dribble that much, take the final shot then, Jaquan. I didn't like that there wasn't any bodies in motion, that there wasn't anything set up. If you're going to play it out, fine. But execute the plan that I'm sure you talked about.
Yeah, no, you know they've gone over that situation many times. This is one of those end of the game situations that you've got now. Did they have that exact lineup on the floor? I'd like to believe they did in practice. I'd like to believe that they were ready, but certainly they've gone over it and the ball was in Jaquan's hands, right? I guarantee you that's happened plenty of times. To your point, have a plan, and you don't feel that they did, or at least they didn't execute it if they did, and that's your issue at the end of it?
Yeah, because if you're going to dribble it out, just take that last shot then. If you're not going to have any motion, take that step back, take that game time, because I didn't like how late Jaquan then tried to dribble in. He got caught off. He got double teamed, and then he was looking around for a second before he found Malawach. So that wasn't necessarily, hey, I'm going to take it to the top of the key, then you cut up. It was kind of like, oh no, where's the outlet? There it is. Malawach gets a shot off, misses, air ball. Still a couple seconds left, go down, hit the free throws, and then as we heard the show, the half-court heave, that was not to be.
Yeah. All right, final was 66-63. Lobos are 4-1. Certainly want your reaction. I don't know if you saw it, if you paid for the one game, or maybe you bought a month, or maybe you bought a season worth of Conference USA television to watch UTEP basketball. But if you heard it, saw it, I know you know about the score. Go ahead and react. UNM misses 11 free throws and didn't shoot the ball incredibly well yesterday. 38.8% from the field, 26.3% from three-point land. They were led last night by 19 points. Jaquan Lyle, 11 points from McQuatch Malwatch, and 10 points from Carlton Bragg, who also had 9 rebounds. Rob said at some point, he said he will have a triple-double, but he didn't get that extra, the last rebound. Then he went out with the injury. I think concern about that injury, absolutely, right?
Yeah, he walked it off, which I have to believe is a good sign.
Well,
but you just never know in that situation. How's it feeling? And the fact it's such a quick turnaround. Back in Cruces, playing New Mexico State tomorrow night. And, first and foremost, you just want to see him healthy. But, man, Carlton Bragg is struggling to score in the post.
And it was the case last year. I mean, it was a lot of misses at the rims last year, and you can see the frustration on his face.
And Williams and Odigi bothered the Lobos.
Because they're big and they're active, and they're there, right? And that was Carlton's deal last year. He rebounded, but when he became eligible, I think there was a lot of people who were surprised how tough it was for him. How many shots he missed at the rim? Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the case. And you say, man, you get to the rim, and you're going to see. I say this a lot, but the more you watch college basketball, teams miss at the rim in college basketball a lot. San Diego State misses at the rim a lot in college basketball. New Mexico State misses at the rim. Getting there is key, but you got to finish. And I thought that was something with them last night. Anything else jump off the page? 18 turnovers. You'd like less. 4 from Lyle, 4 from Caldwell. You'd like to keep it less.
Yeah,
16 for the Miners.
A trend of this Lobo basketball team is turning it over, but I think that was more credit to UTEP than maybe the Lobos trying to do too much, just overconfident, playing too fast as they might have been in the first couple of games where they just were outmatching their opponents up until Saturday. And we knew this was going to be a big step up. Yep. We knew this week was going to be tough. Now the Lobos, they didn't fold, they didn't get smacked around, but what happened last night is the same thing I expect New Mexico State to try to do. That's going to be a grind-out game. They're going to come at you defensively, and how quick a lesson can these guards learn, this team learn about how to create offense against good defense.
36-31, New Mexico had the rebound advantage, only 7 assists on 19 field goals. In contrast, UTEP had 14 assists on their 24 field goals. New Mexico got to the free throw line a lot again yesterday. 31 free throws yesterday. They missed 11 of them and lose the game by 3 points. It's just 64.5%. A little bit of concern. Make free throws. And Jaquan, who's went in shooting 90+%, 10 of 15 at the free throw line and missed some late. And Corey Manigault 3 for 6 at the line. So there's 8 of your 11 misses, and they were important down the stretch.
That's another one that stands out. Corey Manigault, the first few minutes he came into the game, he had an immediate impact. He was 3 for 4 at the line, had an offensive rebound that then set up a Malawatch 3-point shot, but then he disappeared. He really struggled in that contest, just 1 of 5 from the field in 18 minutes, and he has to be the offensive presence inside it. If Carlton's going to be kind of the guy you lean on just defensively and rebounding, got to get some scoring in the post. And then another quiet night for Vance Jackson, which we will talk about, just 5 field goal attempts, 4 of those from 3, and he's not hitting that outside shot. So all the things went wrong for this team offensively against a good UTEP team, and they were right there. And I think that is, well, no one wants to hear it, that's the step forward for this team. It's not losing a game like you did Saturday, and it's finding a way to compete when you're not playing well.
I think there's a concern if Carlton's down, because if you're not deep somewhere, it's up front. Mm-hmm. You don't have a lot of bigs. And so I think that's a concern, especially with the stretch coming up. The next piece is New Mexico State. On our guest list is New Mexico State's head basketball coach. 8 o'clock this morning. Chris Jans scheduled to be with us. So we'll look at the Aggie-Lobo game tomorrow, the rivalry game down at the Pan Am Center at 8 o'clock with Chris Jans, whose team lost to UTEP by 15 points a week ago, also in the Haskins Center. 2460610 if you want to get in today, 888-922-0610. Emails come in, Jeff at 610knml.com. JJ at 610knbl.com. We're on the Twitter, it's _JJ Buck. Facebook, the OD and the AM. And, of course, you can watch the show on ProView Networks worldwide on ProViewNetworks.com, statewide on Comcast Channel 26. And you can go to our Facebook page, the OD in the AM, and the stream is there for you as well. We'll get into the ladies' victory. We'll get into the NBA. Antonio Brown apologizes. There's a new CFP poll out. Got a ton to do on a rainy Wednesday morning on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut!
We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club, or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili, breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development.
That's 2019. What's it to you? Lobos get beat last night, 66-63. That's what happens in 2019. 4-1 on the season. Going to see the Aggies tomorrow. Chris Jans, their coach, the Aggie coach, be with us. Coming up at the bottom of the hour. Ladies were good yesterday, as heard right here, kind of, on the Sports Animal. 93-78. UNM wins in El Paso. Lady Lobos, 5 wins. No losses. They're heading on a trip now, right? They're going out the country. Going on a big overseas trip. All right, Jeff, JJ Hoser, and Jay Poe. You can get in today, 246-0610 or 888-922-0610. Emails Jeff at 610knml.com or JJ at 610knml.com. We got a little sound for Paul Weir?
We do.
All right, where do you want to start with it?
Want to just talk about his thoughts on defense or the final play?
Let's go to the final play first, because and you and I talked about this. You had the option now, right? You had timeouts left. Do you want to let it play out, or do you want to call a timeout?
Probably should not have used my timeout at the end of the first half. The second half, I was thinking whether to use one or not. I just thought in the flow of the game there, maybe we could make a good play without letting them get their defense set up and get the matchups they wanted. Maybe we can make a quick play there to kind of win the game. Didn't get, obviously, a great look. You have to credit their defense.
Their defense was good. You know, Lobos' defense is taking a little bit. I didn't think that their defense was horrible yesterday. Did you?
Not at all.
Were you concerned about their defense after the 4 games at home?
I wasn't concerned. We just hadn't seen them necessarily against a good opponent. McNeese State got really hot and had 2 dudes that stood up and played a good game. And when you get into games where you score 90 points, you might give up some on the other end. So the aggressiveness from the Lobos last night matched UTEP. That's why they stayed in that game. Now UTEP moved the ball well, got themselves some good shots. Lobos had the 1-point lead, then had an opportunity to tie the game late in that contest. The final possession is just, I think it's just really frustrating for Paul Weir because you've gone over that.
Yeah.
You've gone over those situations. You're putting the ball in the Mountain West Player of the Week's hands.
And you trust it.
And I'm fine with that. I just didn't like the decision because if you watch, there's a great video from the other side of the court. Jeff, who was at the game yesterday, sent it to me because we were having this conversation on social media last night. And you see what happens. You know, J.J. Caldwell is one of the players spacing the perimeter. His guy is not guarding J.J. Caldwell. So he comes in to take away the left of Jaquan Lyle. And then as Lyle goes to his right, the defender on that side, who I can't quite see it, I think that is...
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but he comes. So he cuts off the right. So he's double-teamed, not going to pass it to Caldwell for the 3. Looks around, then finds Malawach, and that's where you get the air ball off. So that was what was frustrating to me as they spaced the floor. But I want to see bodies in motion at that point in time. Just get people moving. Show a screen. Slip it. Just anything. Because if you're going to dribble it out that long, Jaquan, then just take that 3. It was just not executed well at all at that point.
Yeah. And Paul said in retrospect I should have taken the timeout. And next time I bet he does, right? Next time you're in this situation, I'll bet he does. But I guarantee you they go through that situation again today.
Mm-hmm.
They go through it every practice, and especially with Jaquan Lyle on the floor, it's in his hands. And then they go through it with him in the situation where he's not there, and it's in JJ's hands, or it's in Zane Martin's hands. And to your point, they didn't execute it. I was not concerned about their defense. And I know there were plenty of people telling me, well, they gave up 80 points to the 200 or 300 and whatever Ken. I care what your Ken Palm is 3 games into the season. I know what my eyes told me, and I saw McNeese, with, to your point, with 2 really good players and one guy just throwing him in from everywhere in the gym. I wasn't concerned about that. I thought they played better defense than maybe the numbers said. They gave up, I saw it was 50% shooting, and I wasn't concerned in the Green Bay game. I wanted to see them play better competition. When I look at last night and UTEP, 42%, 43% is a big number to shoot. Like, you'd rather keep your opponent in the 30s, right? But UTEP shot the ball all right, but they only scored 66 points. I'm okay with that. You out-rebounded them 36-31. Right?
Yeah, and that's really not. I mean, you look at it, the fact that they were only 25% from 37 to 28, they went 40% from the field, but you also had a 31-13 advantage in free throws. That had nothing to do with Lobos' defense last night.
All right, here's Paul on Lobo or it was on their defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
UTEP's defense, I thought they were very physical, played us really well, especially to start the game. We just couldn't get the ball below the free throw line. They just had us playing in the kind of top half of the court there offensively. As the game went on, I thought we got into a little bit of a rhythm. But then again, in the second half, I just thought we left some points at the free throw line, left some points on layups. We missed a lot of easy ones there that I think would have just given us a little bit of a better rhythm offensively.
Yeah, to his point, you make a couple shots to the rim, make a couple free throws, we're having a whole different conversation this morning. A whole different conversation. You make a few free throws, and you missed 11 of them, and you make a few of those shots at the rim, we're having a completely different conversation. You're talking about what a gutty win that was on the road and how much you love this team. And I don't think you should stop loving this team, because I think this team's going to do really fun things for you. It was the first road test for this group of players. First road game in 2 years for Jaquan Lyle. First time Jaquan Lyle and J.J. Martin and J.J. Caldwell and Zane Martin played together, right, with Carlton Bragg. So you knew it was going to be a test. But, you said at some point you kind of tip your hat at the other guys too, don't you?
Oh, absolutely, and that's what UTEP did defensively. Quick hands, man. They were all over it. The body's inside. This isn't one where all of a sudden all is lost and already what happened. In part of the post-game discussion, one of the tweets I got, talented team, just needs a coach to step up his game.
What does that mean?
I was like, and then that's just one of the ones I'm like, wait, what didn't he do other than call that timeout late? Like,
what if he did call a timeout and drop a play, it didn't work?
Then you say they didn't score. It's the absolute opposite thing.
So if he calls timeout and they drop a play and they miss a shot, coach cost you that game?
Some people would come in and say that. Last night it was one where they were hit with the defense that they struggled against. Yeah. It's UTEP, and they weren't creating good looks. They weren't finishing around the rim. To me, there wasn't alarms going off. It was, all right, now you've experienced this. You're going to see pretty much the same thing on Thursday. How do you respond?
So I'm going to tell you, this is, and I heard Hunter say this in the postgame. Hunter's really good about this kind of stuff, and he doesn't say this a lot, but he said this isn't necessarily when you got beat, this is when you lost. He says when you miss 11 free throws and miss them coming down the stretch and miss at the rim like that, this is when he felt you lost, right? And sometimes you get beat, and sometimes it's like, dang, And is UTEP better than New Mexico? I don't know if they are. They beat them last night. I don't know if they're better, but they beat them last night. Players make plays. And is it Paul Weir's fault that they miss at the rim all the time? You can say, yes, Jeff. He's got to, they got to work on it. I mean, you've been to practice more than I. But I know they work on it. I know they shoot free throws. And I know that the players, not Paul Weir, went out and shot 64.5%. I mean, at some point, players got to make plays. Yeah. Paul
is a team that was shooting free throws fine coming in.
Yeah. Paul put them in position to win that game. Well, not really, Jeff. All right, you're right. Players make plays. I mean, you can't have it both ways. But to those of you who are, I'd love to hear that person. I'd love to ask that person, what is it done differently last night. I'd like to hear that, and it could be timeout. They got to get a better shot at the end. All right, I'm down. We're down. We're all down. They got to get a better shot on the end. And I think Paul ate that one, but that was on Jaquan, right?
Yeah, that one was on Lyle.
Yeah. All right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. We'll talk about the women as well. We got NBA stuff to do. College football playoff standings did not change. What does that mean for the West Coast? We'll get into that as well. Hey, mortgages and home loans can be complicated, but you can take the mystery out of home buying with Kirtland Federal Credit Union. You can go to their website, find blog articles about how to get mortgage ready, and learn about the available mortgage programs. Kirtland Federal Credit Union also offers seminars so you can gain firsthand knowledge of the process, and you can meet the Kirtland Federal Credit Union home loan team. And be sure to check out their next Home and Brew event. They're hosted at local breweries. Home and Brew events invite you to drop by after work, have a beer, get a fun look at the mortgage process. Ask your questions, meet the Kirtland Federal Credit Union home loan team, and take home some fun goodies as well. To find the next Home and Brew event, head to their website. It's kirtlandfcu.org/events. That's kirtlandfcu.org/events. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. They are more than military. They are for life. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender, federally insured by the NCUA.
Sports Animal Time is now 7:26. Let's take another look at this morning's commute. It's been a busy one, so let me see if I can catch you up on what's happening right now. First, we have a new crash eastbound Alameda just passing Rio Grande. That is blocking the left lane. Still active right now is a crash on southbound I-25 just north of Cesar Chavez. That is in the clearing stages, so you should be able to flow through there a little bit better here in just a few moments. We also have the accident northbound I-25 approaching the Highway 47 on-ramp, and a crash southbound course between Irving and Paseo, and that crash there on course is actually on the ramp from southbound course to eastbound Paseo, blocking the left turn lane. If you see an accident, make sure and give us a call on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. I'm Josue with your Sports Animal Traffic.
The Jim Rome Show.
The Sports Animal has been in existence a quarter of a century. This radio station is so amazing. I have been on that station 25 years. I'm really, really grateful for that. Really thankful for that. Albuquerque is an incredible jungle market.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Glasheen, Baez, and Inderman Injury Lawyers. When you have one chance to get it right, call the attorneys that deliver proven results. Visit us at gvilaw.com or call right now, 505-243-7200.
Let's say you just bought a house. Bad news is, you're one step closer to becoming your parents. Soon you'll have a separate fridge in the basement where extra groceries are exiled forever. Remember that frozen lasagna? Of course you don't. It's been down there since 2008. Good news is, it's easy to bundle home and auto through Progressive and save on your car insurance. Piece of cake. Behind the lasagna, it's very old. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Has your car been blindsided? Make the right call to Quan's Auto Body. With our certified collision repair and top quality customer service, you'll be sure to score with this decision. With 39 years of local experience, Quan's Auto Body is the only choice you should ever need when it comes to choosing an auto body shop. Come and see the guys who make it better at any of our 3 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Quan's Auto Body. We make it better. Visit quans.com.
Get ready to win when these sports animals pick the pros. Register at our website, sportsanimalabq.com, and make your football picks every week. Grand prizes, an ultimate man cave power recliner, and a flat screen TV. Full details and rules at our website. These sports animals pick the pros. Brought to you by Quant's Auto Body, American Home Furniture and Mattress, and 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Roto-Rooter
jingle, take 1.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
Take 2.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
Take 17.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
And away go troubles
down the drain.
Let's try it like this.
Call Roto-Rooter. That's the name. And away goes troubles down the drain.
Call Roto-Rooter for all your plumbing needs.
Rich Eisen here for Honda. What's topping your wish list this holiday season? If it's a new car, then visit your local Honda dealer for the Happy Honda Days sales event, where you can get a great deal on an Accord, Civic Sedan, or Civic Hatchback. All come loaded with the smartest tech, like available Apple CarPlay integration and standard Honda sensing, a suite of safety and driver assistive features that can alert you to things you might miss on the road. So hurry into your local Honda dealer right now and cross that new car off your wish list today.
The Dan Patrick Show, today at 1, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
What's up? All right, phones are ringing at 2460610. I guess we should talk to y'all. Chris Jan's going to be with us at 8 o'clock. We'll talk to the Aggie basketball coach. Aggies Lobos tomorrow, round 1 of the rivalry of enchantment. That will be down in the Pan Am Center. Lobos are obviously staying down that way after losing in El Paso last night by a score of 66-63. The phone number to get in today, 2460610. Hello, Dan.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Excellent, Daniel. How are you?
Oh, good. Getting ready to head to the lovely city of Chicago for a day and a half. So,
how's the weather?
It's going to be a little bit nipplier than it is here, that's for sure.
Yep, it tends to be. What's happening?
So I'm listening to you guys this morning and talking about Paul Weir and the missing the free throws and the coach calling the play. And, you know, it just struck me. I think, especially at the collegiate level, right, you got to separate lower levels from college and pros for one reason. Obviously, well, multiple reasons. Obviously, age and maturity of the players. But more importantly, you choose the players, right? In high school, you're pretty much stuck with the kids that come to your school. College and the professional ranks, you go out and choose the players. I think, you know, when you miss free throws, you miss layups, you drop passes, you miss tackles. It doesn't matter what the sport is. Miss ground balls. I think it's human nature that it happens, and I don't think it's the coach or the manager's fault. If it's a consistent problem year in and year out, it's definitely the coach's fault. So, you know, you go down to UTEP, you lose to UTEP, you don't make all the free throws that you should have made, you have a horrible free throw percentage during the game, you don't rebound as well. But overall, you got good free throw shooting percentage, you rebound well, you had an off game, not the coach's fault.
But what you're saying, if it's a trend, then you got to start looking at the coach because he's the common denominator.
That's right. If it's a trend, then at some point it's either the Jimmys and Joes you're recruiting or the way you got to practicing. But I think, you know, we have a tendency to everybody gets all hairy. You know, hey, we had a horrible free throw deal. The coach isn't practicing free throws enough. I don't know any level of basketball where they don't shoot enough free throws that makes everybody sick to their stomach.
That's right. You don't leave the gym until you make an X number. Yeah.
That's right. And so I mean, I think before, you know, the village is burning, you got to look at it. Is it a trend? Are the Lobos a horrible shooting free throw team year in and year out? Horrible rebounding team year in and year out? If so, then that's a systemic problem with the staff. If it's just a bad game here and there, they're players. They're human. It happens.
I agree
Appreciate
with that.
you guys.
Yeah, thanks,
Talk
Dan.
to you
I agree
soon.
with that. And you made the point going into this game. They were not. I don't know. I was looking for their numbers, free throw shooting before this game.
They're 75%.
And that's about average, right? 75% is you know, kind of where you want to be. You want to be obviously higher than that, but that's about average. And they missed free throws last night. I would tell you the systemic part about it would be, you know, just Carlton missing at the rim, and if you don't think that they've been working with him on that, you're out of your mind, right? And of course they work on last minute sequences. Look, Paul's a very cerebral, very very detail oriented coach. There's very few situations that. And I'm not. This isn't me telling you he's the best coach in America. I'm telling you he's very detailed and very, like, there's very few things they haven't prepared for. Correct?
Yes.
All right. And so I don't know that that's systemic. Now you could go back to last year And to Dan's point, I don't know that he had the Jimmies and Joes last year, right? This year, and you say, Jeff, it's on him. Well, at this point now it is. In year 3, yeah, now they're all his. He gets the players because there's that argument. Well, you're the one who recruits them. You're the one who brings the players in. Yeah, no, that's right. But for crying out loud, a guy makes a physical mistake, and that's to Dan's point. A missed tackle, a ground ball goes through your legs, a missed free throw, it's a shot. I mean, it happens. Do you blame a manager in a World Series decides to pitch to a guy instead of walk him, and it hits a ground ball to short and it goes through his legs? Did he make the wrong move? Should he have walked him and pitched to the next guy?
The only thing that's, to me, a question is what do you do on that final play? Mm-hmm. And it's either you call a timeout or you let him play it out. And he let him play it out. And I don't have a problem with that because that is the Mountain West Player of the Week.
You and I are on the same
dude
page.
that everyone has loved to start the season with the ball in his hands. He just, in my opinion, watching it and not being able to talk with Paul Ware, the coach's directly after, it didn't look like he executed that situation.
No, you and I are on the same page. And the other piece of that is, by the way, you call a timeout, and they get to match up defensively who they want to be on, right? They get to match up. In the flow, you might catch them on a mismatch. Now, I don't know that they did there. And watching that play again, Jaquan dribbled and got triple teamed. And, in retrospect, yeah, you'd like to see a timeout. Hello, Rudy.
Hey, I'm not slitting my wrists. I said that was going to be a tough game, and they were going to get grabbed and they were going to get held, and that's exactly what happened. And I think they learned a lesson from that. The guy made a tough shot. Let's face it, I thought we were going to pull that out when Martin made that dunk. I thought we could play defense enough, but the guy hit a tough shot, didn't he?
Yeah. At some point, you tip your hat to the other team and say, wow, you guys played pretty well.
They did play well, and anybody who thinks UTEP isn't any good, they beat Texas Tech, yeah, it's an exhibition game, so what? They say they beat Texas Tech, and they're going to carry that with them. They smoked New Mexico State, didn't they?
They beat them by 15. Yeah, they beat them by 15, yeah.
Yeah, and if Jaquan doesn't take that dribble and just shoots the shot, it's going in anyway, and you go overtime, and who knows what can happen. Lobos played tight, let's face it, that was their first big test, and I can't tell you how many UTEP New Mexico basketball games over my lifetime. So I'm disappointed that we lost, but I'm not disappointed how we lost. You got to make your free throws. He'll make them.
Yep, I agree.
He'll make them. I'm going to give Jaquan a long leash. The one that I'm coming up puzzled by is Vance Jackson. I just think he needs to step up his game. He just doesn't seem to be as focused as I want him to be, and as determined as UNM needs him to be. Situations like that, I think he could have helped himself and the team a little bit more. But down in New Mexico State, and I said at the beginning, if you can get a split on this road swing, that's pretty good because New Mexico State, they might be walking wounded, they might be whatever. I don't care, and they don't care, and we're going to get their absolute best shot. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, it was in the paper again today about mental health. If you know the governor, if you care about student athletes, encourage her to not veto the funding bill this year when it goes through the legislature, because I really think that what happened with Najee Flowers, we aren't the only school affected by this. You can just go down the list of schools that have lost players very tragically. There was a young woman that just took her own life, 19 years old. So this happens everywhere.
Well, and don't be afraid to talk about it. I think that's the thing, as my good friend Jason says, it's 2019, man. Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
let's have the conversation.
I'm talking about it. I lost a friend to suicide.
Yep.
He was my best buddy. He was my law partner, and it hurts every day. But you have to move on, and you have to figure out a way to get to people so that they don't have that. Finally, I'm just encouraging everybody, please show up to the game Saturday. You're not doing anything at noon Saturday anyway. Go out there. You're going to sit home on your couch and watch college football. Have a little heart. Go out there and support these kids. They need you.
Good to hear you, Rudy. I'll see you out there.
Yes, sir.
At some point, we're going to have this conversation. And not a very well-kept secret, nor did it need to be, but it's out that the cause of death for Najee Flowers was suicide. Mm-hmm. And it's affected everybody, and if not, you're a degree away from it. And I think the conversations that could stem from this could help a lot of people. And the stigma of the feelings that people have when they're in that position need to go away. And people need to realize that it's absolutely okay and normal to feel and to reach out for help. And I'm not telling you that was exactly Najee's situation, but it's a bigger conversation than that. We'll get there at some point. But to Rudy's point, talk about it, right? Talk about it. Don't let it get to that point. If you know somebody, be there, man. Put down the phone or postpone a meeting if you have to, and be there. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Chris Jan's going to be with us coming up at 8 o'clock. He's New Mexico State's basketball coach. Aggies and Lobos go at each other on tomorrow night. We got, what do we got, 2 more tickets to give away to the Albuquerque the Magazine Best of the City party?
That is correct, yeah.
All right, we'll do that coming up in the 8 o'clock hour as well. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Josue, and my good friend Jason over on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili, breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green. And keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality.
Animal.
He beat Joe Louis's ace.
He did.
It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Josue, J-Po. It's good, y'all.
Oh, J-Po.
Got to get into the NFL. We got that tomorrow here on your radio. Colts and Texans. That's Jacoby Brissett again, right?
That is. He's
back and healthy and running around. I go Jacoby Brissett or Carson Wentz? I'll ask you later. Deshaun Watson's on your radio tomorrow. It's the opening drive, 246-0610. You can get into Lobos 66-63 loss last night in El Paso. Coming up next tomorrow in Las Cruces. I got so Jason was in at 7:09 this morning with his email, and he says, "Talk a lot. What happened?" ? Good morning, OD and the AD. I mean in the OM. Wait, let me start that again. Because it's written correctly. I just didn't read it correctly.
Your mind's like, huh?
Good morning, OD and the AM. A funny thing happened on the way to anointing team Talk-A-Lot Dunlittle as the best team to ever lace him up. They met a team with actual wins against a D1 team. Lobo basketball's gaudy record was forged against, get this, 4 teams who currently don't own a win against a D1 program. McNeese has no wins over D1 teams. And the game with UNM was their closest loss against a D1 opponent, and the gym teacher talked about the win as if it was Michigan State. I guess it's an easy mistake. McNeese State, Michigan State, we confuse those programs all the time. Here's a prediction for Team Talk-A-Lot Done Less. Instead of the Wild, I think they'll be ranked talk. Your team, as it is every year, is clearly talented. If you look at recruiting stars, those players are very talented. But this year, like last, you will do less and make excuses. The Lobos will clearly be the more talented team on Thursday, as they were the last 4 meetings. So I ask, if the Lobos lose tomorrow, is it an indictment of the players or the coaching staff? I hope my question doesn't cause a lean against something with an underbite prominently displayed moment. Crimsonally, Jason. I hope my question doesn't cause a lean against something with an underbite prominently displayed moment. Like this? Like, try that? I'm not sure. All right, so I'm not sure where he's going with that. If they lose tomorrow, is it on the players or the coach? I don't know. Ask me tomorrow. Ask me.
How does the game play out?
Yeah, ask me.
Does it look like last night, or do they Punky leads by 20, 25?
Yeah, when they lose by 35 like they did last week, I'll put a little of that on the coach, yeah. Yeah. If they lose like they did last night and miss 11 free throws, we can have that conversation, right? I mean, again, you're a layup a couple free throws away, or a couple free throws away from having a different conversation here, aren't we?
And this one, it's tough if you want to do track record. All right, it's been New Mexico State, and they've been the better team the last 5 meetings. But right now, both schools are sitting with a loss to UTEP, and it was a little worse for New Mexico State.
Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610.
Who's beat Western New Mexico and Southern themselves?
Western New Mexico and Southern. That's their 2 victories, right?
Yeah. It's a much-needed game for the Aggies.
Because they played 2 Division I teams. It was Arizona and UTEP, both on the road, and they lost them both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, Lance, good morning. What's up?
Jason, the coward texter, he spends way too much time hating the Lobos and going. I mean, just think how long it takes for him to actually think.
Pretty good.
That's not right off the dome. He's actually sitting around with the computer. That's crazy.
Yeah, but he's pretty good.
But anyway, all I know is
Not a coward.
they played a lot
Different
better
opinion.
against El Paso than the Aggies did. You know, so if you want to prove something, but we'll see when they play the Aggies. You know, and try to shut him up finally because the football team won the game. You know, hopefully we'll sweep them and get him out. But anyway, Rudy's call was really good. And, you know, like I went to a funeral yesterday in Santa Fe. I told you the group of people that I call every morning. And before I called you guys, the guy didn't answer. And so then after I hung up on the phone, well, actually, you might have usually hang up on me. And I called, and his wife said he killed himself, so I had to go bury a guy yesterday. Now we're down to 7 from 9, you know, so really good call by Rudy and stuff. And it helps me out, too. I have CTE, and that's what we do is try to lean on one another and stuff. And I just felt like I was too late, you know, doing that. So anyway, just
2 minutes before music if you want to move the other guy.
said, you know, and all I know is the free throws, it does drive me nuts. I mean, run more in practice and shoot them at the end of practice, rotate around.
They do it. You just got
do them when you're tired.
Yeah, you just got to make them at the end of the game. Hey, Lance, let me get one more in before we hit the top of the hour because we got
I know you're hanging up on me. We'll see.
No, I don't want to hang up on you. I want to get one more in before we. Okay, he hung up on me first. Hello, Forrest.
Hey, what's going on,
How
guys?
you doing, man? We got about a minute for you.
All right. My thing is, I think everybody just needs to relax. I didn't even watch the game. Free throws happen, whatever. Everybody's saying what they think they need to do. Go ahead, put your name in for the job. Like I'm just going to call it how it is, and everybody needs to just sit back and relax and enjoy the journey because that's what winning is. That's what sports is. It isn't a destination, and I don't care if you look at Lobo history. Not one team in Lobo history has ever really played to the level, postseason included, that all the Lobo fans think that we should be at. And so we've got this level of expectation that's crazy. Meanwhile, in Las Cruces, their level of expectation is a little bit different, and yet in the postseason, they enjoy the success because there's not this overlying weight that's just monstrous. And it's crazy what we do. It's absolutely crazy what we do.
Yeah, and that's what expectations are, right? And a Lobo fan has this feel of what you're shaking your head.
Well, I don't think it's gone too crazy yet this morning.
No, I don't think it has
but
today.
I'm just saying it's always been the same. And we're 4 games into the season, and people are already sitting here. This is why I don't even listen to the radio, to be honest, because people are sitting here talking about the coaching, talking about pointing the fingers at coaches and this and that 4 games into the season. And how many people even have the experience to make an adequate judgment?
That's fair. It's fair. They're basketball fans.
With the adequate amount of time to be able to make a real judgment on what's actually happening. You don't know. I'm not saying you guys personally. I'm saying like just people that just make it into something bigger. Just relax, enjoy the season, enjoy the game, pack the pit, support the team, be positive rather than trying to spit at something negative the second something doesn't go right.
Yeah,
That's a rivalry game. Stuff happens.
Yeah,
like
you're pretty close to having a different conversation.
And I'm on a rant, but
no, you're good. You're good, Verse. Thanks for the call. Don't be a stranger, and I'm glad you're back to listen to some radio. Good to hear you. All right, Chris Jans, when we come back. Lobos and Aggies tomorrow night at the Pan Am Center. Have a conversation with New Mexico State's basketball coach when we come back. You all right with that? All right. It's the opening drive. You okay with that? It's 2019. Glad you're with us on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Sports Bar with Michael and Mike.
My favorite part of the Sports Bar would probably be Lobos, Aggies, and Dallas Cowboys.
I just like all the Lobo coverage that you guys have and the in-depth parts that you give to the program.
I just love listening to you guys.
Sports Bar at 3 p.m.
You never know what's going to happen next, and it's hilarious. I love the chemistry. I appreciate you guys. You do a great job.
Weekdays at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
You've been hurt at work. The workman's comp checks are supposed to be coming in, but they're not. The bills are piling up, and no one seems to care. You have a friend in the Fogel Law Firm. In New Mexico, workers' compensation has its own court, and you need a lawyer that specializes in workers' comp. Personal injury lawyers don't have the expertise for workers' comp claims. Call the experts at the Fogel Law Firm to review your case for free. Call 255-9092 or visit Fogel, Fogel, lawfirm.com.
Roto-Rooter jingle, take 1.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
Take 2.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
Take 17.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
And away go troubles
down the drain.
Let's try it like this.
Call Roto-Rooter. That's the name. And away goes troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Call Roto-Rooter for all your plumbing needs.
It's dark when you head home from work. Maybe you're traveling for the holidays. Your home could be a target for burglars. Scott Stigler here for Windsor Door Sales. Rolling shutters are a huge deterrent to the bad Santas who try to break in. Business owners love rolling shutters from Windsor Door Sales, and you'll love interest-free financing and the peace that comes with a secure home. Call 345-6604 or visit WindsorDoorSales.com.
Fast, friendly, and efficient. Windsor Door Sales.
Why are more New Mexicans trusting Beehive Homes to care for their aging loved ones?
Anybody can help shower or dress someone, but to do it with your whole heart, with your whole soul, that is what makes the difference.
You expect your loved one to be safe. At Beehive Homes, they'll also be loved. See the heart of what makes Beehive Homes the place where love and dignity are more than words. Go to beehivehomesnm.com or call 587-4700. Beehive Homes, the next best place to home.
What's wrong?
We need a new mattress.
Oh my God, so true. Hey, maybe we could get it for free.
I mean, it's so hard to choose. What did you say?
I knew that would get your attention. Look at this. If you buy your mattress at American Home between now and December 1st, you'll be entered in the weekly drawing to win it for free. You can save up to $1,000 on the best brands: Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, Bedgear, and Nectar.
It doesn't get any better than that. Possibly a free mattress.
You can also get a great Amazon Alexa gift with a qualifying mattress purchase.
Plus, I'm sure they have amazing Black Friday deals going on,
Well,
too.
yeah. At American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center, right now, there are fantastic Black Friday deals throughout the store.
Save at least 20 and up to 70% store-wide. And as always, great financing options are available.
Subject to credit approval, American Home credit card accounts are issued by Community Bank.
Let's go. I need to start sleeping better now and maybe for free, and it ends soon.
And you can get it at the American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center, I-25 in Comanche.
Honey, I just switched the family to Boost Mobile and we got so much more.
Awesome. Like what?
We got 4 free phones for the whole family. 4 lines for just $25 per line per month with unlimited gigs. I smashed up the car a bit. And they have a super reliable, super fast nationwide network.
Whoa, 4 free? Wait, back up. Did you just say you...
4 free phones? Yep.
No. Something about the car?
Oh, you mean Boost super reliable, super fast network.
Before that, the car smashing thing.
What? The smashing deal we got. 4 lines for just $25 per line per month?
No, between the 4 lines for $25 per line per month and the unlimited gigs part, you said I smashed up the car a bit.
I did. It's completely smashed. We need a new vehicle. but 4 free phones.
Boost Mobile, the switch that gives you more. Limited time offer while supplies last. Offer applies to Samsung Galaxy A20. Requires 1 port from eligible carrier and activation. 1 free device per line. Includes mobile optimized data. Additional terms and restrictions apply. Offers and coverage not available everywhere. See boostmobile.com or retailer for full details.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, 610 KNML Albuquerque, the sports animal.
Well, it's big around here, as you well know. The rivalry of enchantment tomorrow renews down in Las Cruces. Aggies, Lobos. They'll do it twice this year. The first time will be tomorrow night in Las Cruces. They'll tip it at 7 o'clock. You can listen here on News Radio KKOB. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, Hoser, and Jason. Aggies coming off a loss in Arizona on Sunday afternoon, 83-53. Lobos are coming off a loss yesterday, 66-63 in El Paso. New Mexico State has won 5 in a row in this series, and that will mean nothing when they tip it off tomorrow, and everybody there will know that too. Lobos with a new look. Aggies trying to get people healthy and get this train rolling a little bit. The head basketball coach at New Mexico State is Chris Jans. He joins us this morning on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Good morning, Chris. How you living?
Good morning, guys. I'm actually racing to campus to attend our monthly athletic department meeting by our fearless leader and our friend Mario Mocha.
Well, you want me to write you a note for being late?
Could you please?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, tell him you were with me. Let's see how that goes for you.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, you were hanging out. Hey, this is big. It's always big. And now that you've got a couple of tastes of this, does this rivalry feel something different to you now than it did, when you first got into it? You can hear about it, but you've been into it for a little bit now. Does it feel a little different?
I think it's just more comfortable with it now, Not that it's become old hat. We played each other 4 times since I've arrived, and I just know what to expect now in terms of walking to our arena or their arena, and the intensity of the game and what it means to at least our fan base. I'm not there every day, so I don't know exactly what it means up at Albuquerque, but certainly know what it means for our fans that follow us across the country, and I think that just the familiarity with it probably makes it a little more comfortable.
Yeah, where's your basketball team health-wise right now? I know you got Terrell back the other day. Yvonne, it sounds like Yvonne's hurt. AJ's has not played yet. Where are you health-wise? Because I know you had said to us before the season starts that just be careful. You're almost like born in the fan base that the first month and a half might be a little rocky until we get everybody healthy.
Yeah, at that point, unfortunately, it was, more like Trev and Johnny, having serious enough injuries where, they were out of practices for weeks at a time. And I just thought that those guys wouldn't be, up to par once the games rolled around. And that was long before, we had 3 guys go down in a 24-hour span that required surgery. You just don't, that's not in a coaching manual where, 3 guys get serious enough injured where all 3 have to have surgery, and one of them's lost for the season, and 2 of them are out till January. And then we're like everyone else in the regards to we have plenty of guys that have ankles, a concussion, what have you, in the last few weeks. We just can't afford those right now. We need all hands on deck when we're already down 3 men. It would be, a couple starters and a rotational guy. So, that's just the way it is. It's not going to change. It's not going to change till at least, late December, early January. And to be honest with you, I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of, it is what it is. And we've not handled it very well, or at least as well as I thought maybe we could. And it's been unfortunate. We're just not playing it at the level that we're used to, our fans are used to, and we've got to get it changed very quickly.
He's New Mexico State basketball coach Chris Jans with us on the opening drive this morning.
Well, Chris, one of the new additions to the backcourt, Sean Williams, the transfer from ECU, getting a big opportunity. What kind of player is he, and how has he fit in so far with your squad?
He's doing okay. He was a late arrival, so that certainly put him behind the 8 ball. He wasn't with us in the summer, so he was the one guy that didn't get here until August, so he certainly was behind from a perspective of expectations and just daily practice approach, all that good stuff. But he has experience, with 2 years of Division I basketball under his belt, but he had no idea about terminology and how we play and all that good stuff. So, we need him to play a lot right now. We need him to be a scorer for us right now. He's been up and down. He hasn't been consistent. Hopefully he'll be more consistent going forward. But like you said, he definitely has an opportunity to cement himself in our rotation. And, because of the injuries, we're leaning on him more than we probably would have early in the season.
And Chris, you lose your point guard. There's never enough time. But what has the process been just trying to figure out the backcourt and what works best for you guys right now?
Well, we've had to train 2 other guys that hadn't played the point for us hardly at all up until AJ went down, and Terrell Brown and Jabari Rice. And then Terrell, for 2+ weeks now has battled a nagging groin/hip flexor issue that just keeps bothering him to the point where, he can't practice, and he's manned up and, tried to play in the games, but he just hasn't been himself. And so you add that to the mix, and it's made the transition without AJ even more difficult. Certainly we have Sean Buchanan, who's only played the point since his arrival, but it was a whole different role. He was normally out there against not all the time, but a majority of the time he was usually out on the court against their backup as well. And now he's having to start and play more minutes and play against the top guy, more than he was in the past. And then, like I said, Terrell's injury situation hasn't really allowed him to smoothly transition over there. And Jabari Rice has never played the point. So we're dealing with it. We're trying to figure out, who's best out there for us. And, when you start doing that, you're taking away, minutes from the 2 and the 3 spot. So now, guys that were pegged as backups, or even third guys at the 2 and the 3 spot are having to play more minutes because of Terrell and Jabari being slid over. So we're trying to manage it as best we can. We haven't done as good a job as I would have liked, but hopefully we can iron it out here going forward.
Is that why do you think you're not making shots? Because really, when you look at Arizona game, I mean, you're not making shots, and the basic part of the game is, all right, ball's got to go through the hole. Guys maybe uncomfortable or in unfamiliar positions.
We're not getting as easy of shots, with AJ's speed and then Clayton's experience and ability to shoot the ball from 3. We're probably not getting as easy as shots as maybe we're accustomed to. And then secondly, against UTEP and Arizona, the games we lost, I mean, they got some size. They're bigger than us, and we don't see that in practice every day. And so it just was a little bit unfamiliar with us. And then we got guys that just aren't stroking it right now. Yeah. We're not shooting the ball very well, but, I saw a stat the other day when I was watching video that basically we're shooting the same percentage right now than we were last year from the 3-point line, from the field, eerily close, like within a percentage point of all 3 categories. So, we were able to, win games last year early and not shot the ball very well, and eventually we shot a little bit better. But unfortunately this year, we're turning the ball over too much. I mean, that's the biggest difference in our numbers is the shooting's been similar, the rebounding's been similar, but we just are turning the ball over too much. And obviously, when you don't get a shot every time down the floor and you're giving other teams more opportunities, it's not a good formula. And that's probably the biggest difference that we're having is just we're just giving the ball away too much, and it's not so much the other team as it is us just being careless with routine pass and catches, and then certainly our point guard situation is not helping either.
Chris, what do you see in this year's Lobo squad?
Ultra talented. I mean, wow. I mean, just a wealth of talent. They got about 8 guys that are all very, very good players individually. They're, as Coach Weir has said, they're trying to figure out, how they need to play, and they've got some new pieces to fit in their recipe, and they're trying to figure it all out, like everybody is at this point in the season. But the thing that jumps out at me most is it's the most talented team that they've had since I've been here, since we've opened the laptop and started trying to get underneath them a little bit. And they've got, everything you need. I mean, in terms of size around the basket, they've got enough shooters. They've got big guards that are versatile and a little bit different from one another. So the thing that jumps out at me the most is just the raw ability and talent that they've assembled.
Chris Jans with us just for a few more minutes. You've got the stretch is crazy, right? You got the Arizona game with UTEP right before that, the New Mexico game, and then you're going to go to the Cayman Islands, which for a week, and it feels pretty good there. And then you come back, and it doesn't get any easier with UTEP and Washington State and New Mexico facing you again. How do you keep the guys focused one at a time? And I guess getting beat by 30 at Arizona will help them focus a little bit.
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for reminding me about the point differential and the upcoming games. That'll put me in a real good mood heading into this meeting.
Yeah, tell Mario I said hi. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Hey, we put this schedule together because, I anticipated having our best team that we've had since we arrived, and we wanted to be challenged, and we wanted to try to get our metrics up as high as we could. And certainly you can't prepare for, those type of injuries, but, life happens, and we got to deal with it. And, come game time, I told everybody in the fall once the injuries happen is nobody's going to care when we roll the ball out there and we're playing against someone else. The fans aren't going to care. The administration's not going to care. Our families aren't going to care. Everybody wants to win, and we understand that. And, other teams have to deal with injuries as well. And, we're just unfortunately, we just haven't played our best. And regardless of who's out there, it doesn't matter who's out there. We haven't played our best. But our schedule's not getting any easier, and we're going to be challenged every night for about 4 or 5 more weeks before we get into WAC play. There's just not many gimmies on our schedule, and we made it that way for a reason, and now we're having to contend with these teams. And like I told our guys, I said, hey, we've had a moderate amount of success for 2 years, and people have taken notice of it, and so that game circled on everybody's schedule. And now that they know, they've got to accept the challenge, and me included. It certainly starts with me and our staff, and we've got to do a better job of trying to figure this thing out and put them in better position so they can be successful, and hopefully we'll do that going forward.
I think it's a lot of opportunity for you. I think there's a lot of great opportunity for you, and go out and get it done. Does he have donuts at the meetings? Bagels, burritos? What does he bring?
No way.
Nothing?
No donuts. No.
No breakfast? Nothing?
Brass tacks, right down to business.
All right. Enjoy the meeting. Appreciate you spending some time with us. Always good to catch up with you. Safe travels next week, and good luck tomorrow night.
Thanks,
Chris. See you. Chris Jans is the head basketball coach at New Mexico State. They've got Colorado State in the first round of the Caymans, and then they'll get either Loyola of Chicago, the team that went to the Final Four 2 years ago, or South Florida. And the other side of that is George Mason and Old Dominion and Washington State and Nebraska. So they're going to get 3 decent games out of that.
Yeah, they will.
3 decent games. He was kind of fiery today, actually. Which sometimes Chris he's always good. He's always good with the info. He was in a pretty good.
Still has his voice for the most part. It's early in the season.
It is early. All right, respond to what you heard. And I like it because he's right. Yeah, they're hurt, but he's tired of talking about it, and people don't care, right? You don't care. You don't care. Aggie fan, you want to win, and Lobo fan, you want to beat them. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets.
Get in.
And all.
What do you think? Didn't mean to remind Chris that they lost by 30, but they did. I think he already knew that. He knew what the schedule was. At least they get to go to Caymans for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They're going for like, what, a week? 3, 4, 5 days? I'll bet Mario goes on that trip. If you're the football coach, do you go to the Caymans with your basketball team, or do you go to Lynchburg for the final football game of the season?
Yeah, I'd go to the Caymans for sure.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Eddie next week. I guess he can go to Brooklyn, right? Because they play Monday and Tuesday in Brooklyn. They can be back for football. So can Rob. That's why I don't get another basketball game, you see. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Hoser, and J-Po. 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. All right, what came out of that? I to you, I'll tell you what jumped to me. Yeah, we're hurt, but nobody cares. We're without our starting point guard, and everybody's got to move around. And what he's telling you, and again, you can find it as an excuse, and it's not, is you got different guys playing different minutes in different positions, not necessarily why they're not making shots. They're not making shots because they're not getting as easy shots, he said. But I think that happens when you play UTEP and Arizona as opposed to playing Southern and Western. The thing that he said about the stats, statistically, they're shooting right where they were last year is a little surprising to me.
And it all makes sense when it comes back around. Losing A.J. Harris, how you have that trickle-down effect. You're still trying to get through that. You do have some guys banged up. And I understand the frustration. Like, that's the last thing you want to keep saying as a coach because you have to play better no matter who's out there. But it's the real effect that it's having on this team.
So is it that different than last year when the Lobos lost Jaquan?
No.
At the beginning of the season, right? I mean, at some point you got to get over it and you got to play.
Yeah.
But is it you go all preseason with your point guard, and all of a sudden, boom, he's not there anymore, and you got to shift everything around? I mean, is it that different?
It's not at all, and you're seeing the trickle-down effect across this roster and the fact that they played good defense in UTEP. We're seeing that team that is living up to the billing early, what they're doing against opponents, and a very talented Arizona team that people in their minds might have thought dropped a little bit because they were in the news so much for the FBI stuff. No, they still brought two 5-star recruits, still rolling through the talent as always in Arizona. And I think it's just a fire. You know, I'm gonna keep being asked a question. I have to keep answering it about the team, but he just wants these guys to put their head down and just go.
Yeah, it should be fun tomorrow. Aggies and Lobos. It'll be round 1 at the Pan Am Center, and they'll do round 2 at the Pit coming up next month. 2460610 if you want to get in. 888-922-0610. Emails come in, Jeff at 610knml.com, JJ at 610knml.com. On the Twitter, it's _JJ Buck. On the Facebook, the OD in the AM. On the ProView Networks worldwide on ProViewNetworks.com. You can go to Comcast Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico, and, of course, on our Facebook page, the OD in the AM. All right, went out last night. Lerner and Rowe, injury attorneys, fed 1,500 families. You saw all our radio stations were out there, right? This was pretty cool. So 1,500 families lined up. They gave the turkey. They gave a bag with all the trimmings and everything. It was pretty cool. And I'll turn back the curtain a little bit now that it's all said and done. Everybody got their turkeys. Hats off to Lerner and Rowe. Okay, first, hats off to Lerner, A, for doing this, right? And B, it didn't go as planned. And they figured this thing out. And it was so there were a lot of people. And as I was doing the remotes from there, at first you're telling people, hey, come on out. And it was, hey, if you're not here, don't come out. Because there's already 1,500 vouchers out. There's already, don't come out. The parking was crazy. They were towing cars away that were parked illegally.
Wow.
A lady supposedly was having a baby in a car right off there. Like I guess a lady gave birth. There,
Wow.
It was crazy. And then to Lerner and Rowe's credit, the place with whom they had the agreement to bring the turkeys, that place thought it was today, so the turkeys didn't show. So at 5:30, when they were supposed to start giving out the turkeys, they weren't giving out the turkeys. And everybody's like, well, what's up? People are kind of getting, a little edgy, right? And at 6 o'clock, a dude said, hey, we're getting the turkeys. You're going to get your turkeys. Stand by. He was like, what? So the new Lerner and Rowe, their new building is right there. The Walmart on Carlisle, Manal-ish. It's on Carlisle just to the between Candelaria and Kamal and Manal.
Okay.
They're in the east end of that shopping center. And thank goodness Walmart had 1,500 turkeys. And thank goodness Lerner and Rowe had a American Express black card that can handle buying that many turkeys. And good for them for going out and just saying, whatever, dude, here, buy me some turkeys and get these people fed. And they went out of their way and whatever it took and good on you, man. Good to them, because it could have been a tense situation, and it probably was for a while. But yeah, dude, it was crazy out there last night. So they got with Walmart and they bought 1,500 turkeys and made sure all those people are going to have a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
isn't that
good.
Cool? But yeah, it was crazy out there.
Great ending.
Yeah, I guess some lady they're like, somebody's giving birth in that vehicle right over there.
Really?
And you're like,
That's just crazy.
Like
now.
great. Yeah.
Someone was giving birth.
Breaking news.
They're finding how do you call Walmart? Yeah, I need 1,500 turkeys, please.
Say
They're
what?
like, sure.
And they just had them. Like, what are
Wow.
the odds? Would you
What?
thought
Yeah,
they'd
no,
have 'em?
exactly. No, I
Next
wouldn't.
week they're getting ready to
I thought maybe
stocking
they'd
up.
have 500 of them, but 1,500?
Right? Yeah, we think about 500. Right? I mean,
Wow.
that's why we don't
At
run
one
Walmart.
store too.
That's why we don't run the store. That's why we don't.
That is a
we
big
do what we
store.
do. But yeah, for everybody who's out there, hope you got what it was you were looking for, and it was a good time. A lot of people came by and said hello, and Cibola football team was out there. Addie was out there slinging turkeys around. She's like, Dad, my shoulders are kind of hurt. Yeah,
It's heavy.
Yeah. She had her gloves. Well, weren't her gloves; they were Monica's gloves. But she was slinging turkeys. It was cool. So, all right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. We can get more into Lobo basketball if you want. We got to get into the CFP. Probably got to hit the Antonio Brown thing, don't we? Because he's sorry, J. Poe. He said, "I'm sorry, J. Poe." It don't matter.
We just hit it.
Too late.
We
Too
just
late.
discussed it.
It
Good
don't
job.
matter. All right, we're done. All right, that's fine. We're done. CFP, we can do that. Lobo football, Lobo hoops last night. Ladies won. LeBron's got a triple-double against every team now. It's the opening.
impressive.
Yeah, it is
That's
impressive.
impressive.
It is. And the Warriors won a game. Warriors. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili, breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
This one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits and not just a job at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers.
All right, I'm sorry, Mr. Kraft. Will you hire me again? Lo siento, J-Po. It's the opening drive, Jeff JJ. Hoser and J-Po. Antonio Brown apologized to Robert Kraft. Now everybody thinks that he's going here. Do you think Robert Kraft even has a Twitter? I'm sure somebody gave it to him at this point.
Sure, it's passed along, but y'all realize that there's still probably a decision coming down from the NFL on his availability
not eligible. Yeah.
to play football. What is happening is Antonio Brown was Mr. I don't give a bleep. I'm going to do my own thing. I don't need you.
Money.
Where are these checks? Where did the checks go? I'm not cashing any checks.
You mean I don't get paid for doing all this mess? You mean they were paying me for playing football? That's why I was getting paid? Quote, Mr. Kraft, I apologize sincerely to you and your organization. All I wanted was to be an asset to the organization. Sorry for the bad media and the drama. Thank you sincerely, AB.
Funny.
That was his tweet.
Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh.
And now he isn't getting paid. And now he's still not cleared by the National Football League to play on a team. All right, so we'll play this game. And we did it with Colin Kaepernick on Thursday. Will Antonio Brown be on our roster before the end of the regular season?
No.
Yes.
You're all about dudes on rosters.
Yeah. Why not? At some point, they got to make a decision. I guess they don't. But at some point, don't you think they will make a decision going forward? And as soon as he's cleared, all right, 2-game suspension, 3-game for whatever. You don't think someone's going to sign him? Man can play. The man can play.
Antonio Brown and Colin Kaepernick are not going to be on football rosters by the end of this season.
Not even in the XFL? What if the two of them get together in the XFL? Aren't those the teams with like little poems?
They would not be welcome in the XFL.
Why?
There's no way Vince McMahon is allowing Colin Kaepernick into his league.
Come on, man.
You don't remember his initial press conference where he was like, "We stand for the national anthem"?
Yeah. And Colin said he'd stand. So
did he?
He did, actually. He said he will no longer kneel for the national anthem. I guess that doesn't mean he said he'd stand. I guess he could pull up a chair. But he said he will no longer kneel. What about the publicity that would give a fledgling league? And I guess that's probably the issue. What about the publicity that would give a fledgling league? All right, so there you got that. College football rankings didn't change. Are you worried if you're Oregon about jumping over Alabama, or do you feel like if you win
you just gotta
the
play it out.
Pac-12, you're going to jump over them because you're going to have the quality win,
Yeah,
right?
You just got to play it out at this point in time. With the way it's set up, they're giving Alabama the benefit of the doubt, but you still got the Pac-12 championship game on deck. If you're a one-loss conference champ, you got to feel good about yourself, even with Alabama being right there.
So the one-loss conference champion, you believe, would have the nod over a one-loss non-division champion, even though your one loss in that scenario would have been to a team that they beat. I think so, too, by the way. I think so, too. What about if you're Utah? Are you feeling the same way?
Well, you have to be saying at 7.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
The big one this weekend is Penn State and Ohio State. Ohio State's at 2, Penn State's at 8. What if, and Penn State can beat them. I don't think they will, but if Penn State wins, does that it makes it tougher for the Big Ten champion to get in now, right? Does that open the door for almost a guarantee of 2 SEC teams? Because you figure the Big 12's out.
Yeah, there would need a lot of dominoes for Oklahoma to be able to jump up that far.
Yeah, you figure the Big 12's out. Clemson, nobody's going to beat Clemson in the ACC. So Clemson's going to just win and tick up, right?
I think the thing that is the SEC title game, if LSU goes down, I believe they're still going to get in with whoever wins the SEC.
I agree with that. If LSU loses to Georgia in the title game, then they both get in. So they get 2. So then it's LSU, Clemson, Georgia, and at this point it's Ohio State, and the Pac-12 gets left out. So what it's going to come down to then is, let's say Ohio State loses to Penn State, and then Penn State wins the Big Ten championship. Do you have a one-loss Ohio State? I'm sorry, one-loss Penn State or a one-loss Oregon? Oregon's one loss would be to Auburn. Penn State's one loss would be to Minnesota. But Penn State would have beaten Ohio State, which is better. Penn State
easy.
Easy over Oregon?
Yeah, not even close.
Why is it easy?
Because Ohio State's
the best win. The best win.
That room hates the Pac-12.
Yeah, it feels like it. It certainly feels like it.
Like it's a joke. They're like, football's played.
Big break.
Yeah, it certainly feels that way. So that's where we lined up. Your highest ranked group of 5 team is Memphis. Memphis, Cincinnati, Boise State come in at 18, 19, and 20 as far as looking at the group of 5 and the Cotton Bowl. All right, you want to give away those tickets? You don't have to.
No, let's do it.
I mean, if you want to hold on to them, you can.
Nope.
You become attached to
give
them.
Give them away.
All right, 505-246-0610 is the number. 505-246-0610. We got 2 tickets to Albuquerque, the magazine's Best of the City party. It's a rager. And you get to go if you are caller
6
right now. Caller 6 at 505-246-0610. You win those tickets courtesy of your good friend Josue.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
At 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Wrong button there. Here's Sports Animal time is now 8:39. Here's your final look at this morning's commute. This report is sponsored by Discover. Get your free credit scorecard today, even if you're not a Discover customer. It includes your FICO credit score, and checking your scorecard won't hurt your credit. Learn more at discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply. Right now, just 2 accidents to worry about. The new one moments ago is a rollover westbound on Paseo, blocking the right exit lane to northbound Coors. We also have an accident at Spain and Eubank with westbound and southbound delays happening. And still active from earlier, accident on the Alameda off-ramp from northbound I-25, and that is causing ramp delays there. This report was also sponsored by Clark's Pet Emporium. Think about your pets on those cold fall nights. Clark's Pet Emporium does. Clark's has supplies like custom dog houses, heated water bowls and beds, and a huge selection of coats and sweaters. Clark's Pet Emporium on Lomas west of San Mateo, Manal at Juan Tabo, and at clarkspet.com. If you see an accident, call us on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. I'm Josue with your Sports Animal Traffic.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Wilder Ortiz 2, November 23rd, live on pay-per-view. Order now on the Fox Sports app. Our first game ball goes to Dak Prescott, who riddled Detroit for 444 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. And in the first, I'm awarding Kirk Cousins half a game ball for rallying the Vikes from a 20-zip halftime deficit against Denver. Buffalo's John Brown caught 9 passes for 137 yards and 2 scores, while Indy's entire offensive line deserved game balls as both Jonathan Williams and Marlon Mack rushed for 100 yards plus. On defense, Oakland rookie Max with 2 X's. Crosby was a one-man wrecking crew, tallying 4 sacks and 8 total pressures and a forced fumble against the Bengals. Atlanta's Dan Quinn gets my coaching game ball. Finally, a special achievement game ball goes to the Colts All-Pro guard Quentin Nelson for his keg stand touchdown celebration that went viral. I'm Boomer Esiason.
This is Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, and we want to help your house feel more like a home with some of the lowest refinancing rates ever. Rates have dropped so much that many Americans can reduce their rate. You may be able to save money on your monthly mortgage payment right now. The rate today on our 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.99%, APR 4.18%. Call us at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rates subject to change. Pay 1.375% fee to receive this discounted rate. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
'Tis the season to get the job done right. At AutoZone, we've got great deals on awesome products to help you spread the cheer this year. Right now, save $30 when you buy a 180-piece Duralast Mechanics tool set. It's perfectly portable, so getting the job done on the go is a breeze. And Duralast tools are guaranteed for life, which means it really is the gift that keeps on giving. Celebrating the holidays with a job well done starts here. Visit AutoZone.com and we'll help you get what you need. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
There's a new home for Lobo Talk, and you're listening to it.
Lobo Talk. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy.
Catch the voice of the Lobos, Robert Portnoy, right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Every week as he talks with Lobo coaches, players, and more. Lobo Talk, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
With an Allstate agent, you get a local expert to find the best coverage for you. And because they live in your community, you can always count on them when you need them most. When you bundle home and auto, you'll save. Call your local Allstate agent today. Are you in good hands?
Don't miss Kohl's Friends and Family Sale. Take an extra 25% off. Save on family jammies, women's sweaters, $22.50 and under. And save on select kitchen electrics. Plus, snap a free picture with Santa at Kohl's this Sunday from 1 to 3 and get a free gift. You'll find new gifts at every turn this holiday at Kohl's. Select styles, 25% offer valid November 20th through 24th with promo code FRIENDS. Some exclusions apply. 1 gift per child while supplies last. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Let's say you just bought a house. Bad news is, you're one step closer to becoming your parents. Soon you'll have a separate fridge in the basement where extra groceries are exiled forever. Remember that frozen lasagna? Of course you don't. It's been down there since 2008. Good news is, it's easy to bundle home and auto through Progressive and save on your car insurance. Piece of cake. behind the lasagna. It's very old. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
If you've been hurt at work, you know how important it is to get your workman's compensation check. But the insurance company's giving you the runaround. Your bill collectors are calling, and you could lose your car or even your home. And it's not your fault. The Fogel Law Firm specializes in workman's comp claims. Workman's comp has its own laws and court. Just any lawyer can't get you every dollar you need to recover. Don't settle for less. Call the Fogel Law Firm and put their almost 4 decades of experience to work for you. 255-9092 or Fogel, Fogel, lawfirm.com.
It's not about the credit card. It's about experiencing that first flight. It's not about the auto loan. It's about your son's first car. At Kirtland Federal Credit Union, it's not about banking or loans. It's about people. It's about making managing your finances easy so you can spend your time on more important things. Start your journey today at kirtlandfcu.org. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. We're more than military. We're for life.
Federally insured by NCUA. Equal opportunity lender. Approval and rate based on creditworthiness and other factors. Membership eligibility required. See a representative for complete details.
Richardson & Richardson Construction knows New Mexico, and they understand what it takes to build or renovate commercial and industrial structures. They're also Butler builders, using the industry-leading products and efficiencies of Butler manufacturing. Look around the state and you'll see Butler steel buildings we've built at wind farms, manufacturing facilities, municipal facilities, and warehouses. When you're ready to build, call Richardson & Richardson Construction at 881-2268 or visit them online at www.headachefreeconstruction.com.
And you want a women's highlight?
It's Flowers for the Holidays. Join us this Saturday, November 23rd for our holiday open house. Shop People's Flowers 4 locations and stock up for the holidays. Enjoy refreshments while you shop. 50% off fall artificial arrangements and decor. 20% off all other purchases. People's Flowers is the best stop you can make that will turn your party or home into a beautiful sight to behold this holiday season. Complete your holiday decorations with simple beauty from People's Flowers 4 locations. Flowers say it all, and People's makes the difference.
Right now at the Home Depot, 'tis better to give and receive. Buy a Ryobi One Plus battery kit for just $149 and receive a select Ryobi One Plus tool free. Your choice from cordless drills to saws, even a radio. That'll make one powerful gift come Christmas morning. Actually, 2 powerful gifts. Buy a battery kit, get a tool for free. Only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through January 29th. Items must be scanned at checkout to apply while supplies last.
You have to be up in 5 hours, 2 hours, 6 minutes. And when you hear, you realize that you haven't slept a wink. That's why there's ZzzQuil Pure Z's, a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin, so you can fall asleep naturally with no next-day grogginess. It's available in both liquid and gummies, tastes great, and is non-habit forming. Pick up ZzzQuil Pure Z's from the sleep experts at Vicks ZzzQuil. ZzzQuil Pure Z's, naturally superior sleep. Available at retailers near you.
Family is big around here. We're family-owned, family-operated, family-managed. And that means legacy. That means dependability. That means using Grainger. With over 1.5 million products and knowledgeable product experts, Grainger has whatever we need. And with same-day pickup and next-day delivery options, they have it whenever we need it. For over 90 years, businesses like ours have trusted Grainger. Because, like family, Grainger's got our back. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by to see for yourself. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Carter grabs the rebound. Now with her speed, kind of a 1-on-3 for now. Draws in the defense and missed the shot. Hosey another rebound. Hosey the putback. Jordan Hosey on the offensive glass has been dominant today. It is 80-61 Lobos.
Joshua Sushan on the UNM Radio Sports Network. Lobo women 93-78 victors in El Paso yesterday. They are good. They are very good. 93-78 makes them a 5-0 club. Next up, they're going to Cancun. Huh?
Wow.
Next
Everybody
Thursday.
going tropical.
Yeah. Aggies are going to Cayman Islands. They're going to Cancun. They're going to play Missouri and West Virginia.
Must be nice.
In Cancun.
Let's get tropical.
Lobo men going to Brooklyn. A little different. They play in the Barclays Center. And
I'll enjoy that.
yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. Where are you going? You going anywhere? Los Lunas. If you tell someone like back east, what do you like? Let's say someone was coming from Los Lunas and they were going home for Thanksgiving. What are you doing for Thanksgiving? I'm going to Los Lunas. Oh wow, that sounds beautiful. Okay, well, gosh, that'll be great, right?
Yeah, I guess you could put that spin on it.
Well, you could.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Los Lunas is a
beautiful
nice
spot.
community.
No,
yeah.
it's a gorgeous spot.
It's
yeah.
growing at the seams, baby.
Going to Los Lunas. See? Yeah, that's what you could do. All right, 505-246-0610. That's how you can get in today. 888-922-0610. Lobo men lose 66-63. That was the number in El Paso yesterday. The ladies were winners by a score of 93-78. They got 26 points out of Howell had 26 and Hearst had 20 for them yesterday. They shot the ball at a pretty decent clip. For the game. Now 38%. 38%. And out-rebounded the Miners. They got out-rebounded 50-42, but still won by that many points. They announced 48-25 was the announced for the school day thing. That's why they played. What would they have gotten? Like 8:25 if not?
Probably.
Yeah. So that's why they played during the day. I'm looking at the wrong
doubleheader.
I'm looking at totally the wrong game.
Uh-oh.
I clicked on the thing and I'm like, what am I? That's just totally wrong. They announced 13:52. 13:52 was the number.
So maybe it would have been 3:50?
Yeah. Jordan Hosey led the way with 19 and Elise Hurst with 16. And Kennedy had 17 for them last night. Hopoate.
Maybe it wasn't that. I mean, they got a lot of schools, so maybe not everybody got included.
Obviously, everybody. And they shot 46%. Yeah, that's a whole different story. Yeah, a whole different game. I clicked on the right thing. It was just giving me the wrong game, Kendall. I know. All right. Aggies Lobos tomorrow. I'm not certain what kind of game I expect because I don't know what New Mexico State. So this is going to be more of a grind it. They're going to try. New Mexico State going to try to slow it. Remember 2 years ago in the first meeting, and it was that Lobo team. It was press all the time and run up and down the floor. And New Mexico State broke their press with ease and then slowed it down into a half-court game and really frustrated New Mexico. Remember that? Does Chris want to slow this game down tomorrow? I think he does, right?
I think they will play at a slower pace. I think defensively it will be similar to what we saw from UTEP. And I expect them to hit some shots early.
You expect New Mexico State to
hit some shots early.
Why? Just out of
That's
curiosity.
what
They,
happens.
yeah, but they haven't been hitting shots.
But everyone hits shots early against the Lobos.
Okay. All right.
More times than not.
Well, I'm down with that because that's probably true. I guess I'm struggling with New Mexico State's shooting percentage and why I think that they're going to all of a sudden start hitting shots.
It's not like they're going to go out there and shoot 60% from three, but it's, you look last night for UTEP, just in the first 4 minutes, they hit 2 of their 5 first 3-point shots. Got that little 10-1 lead going out of the gate. I think that could be something New Mexico State does. Guys getting open on the perimeter, hitting a couple shots. So it's not going to be like blazing percentage where they finish the game 15 of 30 from 3. But I just think it's going to be a similar beginning to what we saw last night.
I think the key to this thing is Terrell Brown. First game back against Arizona, he was, I think, 1 for 8. He's a scorer, and he has scored games against New Mexico, right? Don't you think that's the key for New Mexico State, finding points from their best scorer on the floor?
Yeah, and just start to get some consistency out of the backcourt, whether it's Brown and Sean Williams. Brown's played 3 games.
And he's not scoring a bunch, is he? What did he do against Southern?
He's just shooting 6 to 25 from the field.
Yeah. And they've got to get something out of him. And like Chris said, he's got the hip. He's not healthy. But they've got to find a way. All right, hour to go with you. I want your thoughts on yesterday's Lobo loss, 66-63. You can get in at Jeff at 610knml.com or JJ at 610knml.com or on the phone, 505-246-0610. Come on in. Lady Lobo fans, you're welcome as well. We can talk about the CFP. Had some action last night. You watch any action?
Maction, baby.
I love the action. There's always
20
action on this time of year. We can start your NFL weekend, too. Colts and Texans will get you started tomorrow. It's the opening drive.
10.
Jay and a hoser with Josh. Jay Poe on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits, not just a job, at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Car Crafters, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
At New Mexico Highlands University, you're more than a student, you're family. Whether you're taking courses in Las Vegas, Santa Fe, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, or Farmington, you'll get that one-on-one attention to inspire you to reach your goals. Let New Mexico Highlands help take your passion and accelerate it into a career and fulfilling life path. Find out why New Mexico Highlands is the right choice for you. Log on to NewMexicoHighlands.com today.
Hey everyone, Adam Deal here with ProView Networks. Extreme Clean is a proud sponsor and supporter of ProView Networks and all high school sports athletics. Owner Mike McLean and Extreme Clean specialize in carpet cleaning for apartment, realty, business, and residential clients. With over 20 years experience, attention to detail and quality customer service matters. For more information, give them a call, 505-221-6440, Extreme Clean.
Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000
Blazer. Lobos won't go undefeated in men's basketball. They might in women, though. Well, maybe not. But they haven't lost yet. What's up, and happy Wednesday. I think it stopped raining, too. At least for a while, they say it's coming back later. This was the warm storm, J-Po. Then it's going to be the cold storm coming in tonight with some snow, J-Po. That's what's coming. It's the opening drive, Jeff, JJ, Hoser, and J-Po. 2460610 if you want to get in. 888-922-0610. Carmelo made his debut last night, JJ Buck, with the Portland Blazers. Are they still the Trailblazers?
Mm-hmm.
All right, because like the Devil Rays aren't the Devil Rays anymore. They're
the Trailblazers.
Are the Diamondbacks aren't the Diamondbacks anymore? They're the D-backs, right?
They're the Diamondbacks.
Things get too lengthy, man. Kids today can't say all those long words. Trailblazers, Diamondbacks. So I know they tend to shorten it. What do you think of his debut in the Blazers?
It was the most Carmelo Anthony game ever. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 5 turnovers, 4-14 shooting. Carmelo Anthony's not saving the Blazers. They don't need Melo. They just need to get healthy. They need Nurkic back. Damian Lillard did not play last night. They need their young guys to develop, not throw Carmelo Anthony out there and hope that's going to change anything. It's not.
But that can't be what they're thinking, right? They can't think he's our savior. He's going to change. He's going to be the savior.
That's why they signed him, and he was in the starting lineup last night.
Well, but but Dame Lillard wasn't there. They got to be.
They absolutely believe he's going to help that offense a ton.
Difference. Help that offense and be the savior. He can't.
It's the same thing because they.
Is it?
For them right now, yeah, they're a team that's struggling to score, and that's why they went with Melo. They're like,
okay.
They want his scoring. They wanted that immediate punch. And Melo's not going to be that dude. You need Anthony Simmons. You need Nazir Little, like guys to develop on the perimeter because you lost so many good role players from last year's team. Al-Farouq Amino, Mo Harkless, Evan Turner. They're not there anymore, and Melo's not that guy.
Well, so to me, I agree with you that they need his scoring. If they think that he's going to save them, then to your point, they will fail. I think he's got to be a piece, but he cannot be the piece at this point in his career. He can't. You know that. How do they not know that?
I don't know. Dude hasn't played for 13 months.
That's what I'm saying. And it's not because he knelt for the national anthem. He can give you some nights. He can give you some points. But he's not going to go out and give you 30.
No.
Wow. All right, I figured that the point was it's a piece. We're going to bring him in. He's a veteran. He's accepted his decreased role. And I know he was in the starting lineup last night, but
no, there's no accepting anything if you're Carmelo Anthony at this point in time.
How is there
you can keep saying it's got to be. That's not who Melo is. It's not who he's ever going to be when he's out there still taking 14 shots. Yeah, different circumstances last night. But losing Zach Collins, you don't replace your stretch 4, sometimes center, with Carmelo Anthony.
No. Then it won't work. LeBron triple-double last night over Oklahoma City. That means he's the first player in the history of the league to go triple-double at least once against every team, all 30 of them. Well, not every team. So when there were less teams, I guess guys probably did it. But all 30 teams. That's according to the Elias Sports Bureau, who knows everything. Who's Elias, by the way? How come nobody's ever interviewed Elias? Or does he exist? Because he's stunning. That's pretty impressive, don't you think?
Very impressive. It's one that you take for granted
The triple-double, or that he would have done it against everybody?
Like, it that really felt bigger to me than it was last night. And I was watching that game against the Thunder at the end, and they're like, oh, yeah, and now LeBron James has a triple-double against everybody, and we'll be back after this. I was like, wait a second, what? That's really impressive.
That's not something you just slide into a little goodbye now. Yeah.
Like, hold up.
Bury the lead a little bit?
Against every team in the NBA. That is really impressive. But I guess what makes sense is the person who's right there is Russell Westbrook. He just has to get it against the same Oklahoma City Thunder, and I think he will join.
Does Russ only need one more team? And that's his
LeBron.
own team.
Yeah.
Has he played them yet? I think they did. They opened with him. Oh. Yeah, so he will get that too. So you know me. When I hear something's never been done, or you're going back to the black and white video days, I'm like, wow. Right? That's pretty cool. But if it's never been done and then two guys do it within a week or, a month, is it as impressive anymore? It is, right? But do you question it?
No.
Okay. I don't either.
It's still so far in between guys doing it.
As from never
you got, like,
to two.
Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Oscar Robertson, these dudes that you think of triple doubles off the top of your head, putting in work. I wonder, did Magic Johnson accomplish the feat? I didn't hear more context, and I was trying to find it.
Well, so I think this is 30. The only one to ever do 30. So
30 is LeBron, but I mean, was there a point where someone
had done every team? And I haven't found that context either. That's exactly what I was looking for too, and I've not found that. No, I don't know that, but that's exactly what I was looking for, and I couldn't find it. So I don't know. All right, this story is unbelievable. Felipe Vasquez was a good pitcher, and I say was because I don't think he pitches again. Right? Appeared in more than 300 big league games in his career, mostly with the Pirates. Made the last 2 All-Star games. You know who Felipe Vasquez? Like, would you if I'd have asked you who's Felipe Vasquez, and I said he's a really, really high-ranked international golfer. He's a goaltender for the LAFC, or he's a pitcher for the Pirates, or he's a singer in a boy band. Would you have known?
No.
All right.
Well, you should have, because we talked about it a ton around the trade deadline.
Yeah, around the deadline we did. That's all right.
So I probably would have gone with the soccer goalie.
All right, I'd have gone boy band, but...
no, that's way off, dude.
Felipe Vasquez, again, he's been in the last 2 All-Star games. He was the guy that Dodgers really, really, right? There was a lot of noise about the Dodgers trying to get him at the trade deadline. 21 new charges in Florida yesterday. He's now suspended. This is from child pornography investigators, what they found on his devices. Of the 21 counts, and he's already being held in a jail in Pennsylvania. On the 21 counts, 20 of these counts were related to either child pornography or unlawful conduct with a minor. This is from the Pittsburgh Tribune Review. It reports this, quote, police seized an iPhone XS and an Apple MacBook Pro from Vasquez during the investigation that led to the additional charges. Search of the devices showed 7 photographs and 3 videos of a girl in various stages of nudity. Vasquez requested the photos. End quote. He's been held in a jail in Pennsylvania since September, when he was arrested for allegedly sending explicit photos to and soliciting sex from an underage girl. Done, right? I mean, like...
There's not even a right after... Yes. Like, there should be no... Maybe? Like, just go away.
I mean, assuming he's found guilty, right? We're in a country where you're still innocent until proven guilty, but boy, that's a lot of charges. And now it's 2 states. They're trying to extradite him down to Florida because he's got these new charges. And the judge in Pennsylvania will not let him be extradited to Florida until his charges in Pennsylvania are taken care of. That's it. I got nothing more to say. Because anything I say is going to be from the father's standpoint of a little girl. You know what I mean? That's, and you're going to hear about that. But that's, I don't think you'll hear about it much. I think you're going to hear about it. You'll hear about the trial and then done. Like, thanks for coming. Good night now. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. When we come back, we'll get more into Lobo basketball and Lobos Aggies tomorrow. And obviously tomorrow we'll dig into it because it'll be rivalry of enchantment day. Lobos lose 66-63 last night. We talked a lot about in the first hour, but if obviously the audience completely flips by now, so if you want to get in on Lobos and Miners last night, 66-63, Lobos missed 11 free throws and missed quite a bit at the rim. Still had a chance to win it at the end. Jaquan Lyle half-court shot was after the buzzer, which would have sent it into overtime. You can get in on Lobos and their first loss of the season. Ladies 5-0 with a 93-78 victory. Also in El Paso yesterday. It's the opening drive. We're on ProView Networks on Comcast Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico and on your radio at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
The Dan Patrick Show.
I just want to see football. I don't want it to be penalty, couple of plays, penalty, and that's what you had. And I'm not sure why the NFL would do that, where you go above and beyond the Call of Duty to call more penalties. I think if it's obvious, egregious, then call it. But it's flags interrupting the flow of the game.
Weekdays on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Hey, it's Michael Carlisle. By now, you've probably seen commercials from national companies that promote 100% online mortgage loan with no human interaction. Don't fall for it. I suggest you call Ben Lucero at Indigo Mortgage instead. On the surface, an online mortgage loan might sound easy, but applying for a mortgage isn't like buying a new pair of shoes. You're a real person making a real decision on the biggest financial transaction of your life. You gotta ask, is the real person for the 100% online lenders for the benefit of you, the consumer, or for them, the company? Mortgages are very complex and more than just plugging numbers in and locking in a rate. You might have questions, and have a friendly, caring professional is the only way to get the answers you need. You're not a transaction, you're a person. Nobody cares more about your mortgage loan than Ben Lucero and his team at Indigo Mortgage. Call them at 836-5700 or visit them at indigomortgage.net. A local lender who wants what's best for you, 836-5700.
NMLS 188348.
Leonard Tire and Automotive has helped with Cooper tires, installation, repairs. You should really think about trusting your tire and automotive repair jobs with them. Leonard Tire Automotive been a family-run business. And one of the things I like about them, there's never been a hassle with them ever. Leonard Tire and Automotive is also car care. Change your oil almost quick as the quick stops can. They do engine repair, tune-ups, just about anything you need done on your vehicle. Stop by and see old Travis or Don Leonard today at Leonard Tire and Automotive. They're good folks, they really are. Second in Loma, so you bank in Manal.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. After you've been hurt in a car wreck, you wouldn't want to settle for getting half your car fixed. So why would you settle for getting half a check? The insurance companies have teams of adjusters and lawyers, and their sole job is to pay you as little as possible for your case. In a wreck, need a check? Call Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys today. We'll work hard to get you all the money you deserve and to keep you out of the courtroom. Don't be a victim twice. Call us at 544-4444. The call and the advice are free.
Lerner & Rowe can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Insurance Research Council, July 2014.
Our firefighters and police are the best, and now they're going to find out who's the best.
In the ring.
Isleta Resort and Casino presents the Brawl on the Balls game Saturday, December 7th in the all-new Isleta Casino showroom.
The area's toughest cops take on our courageous firefighters.
With proceeds going to 1082, helping public servants in times of need. Get authentic tickets at the Isleta box office or Isleta.com.
Brawl on the Balls game.
Saturday, December 7th at Isleta Resort and Casino, where the fun begins.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, Protect My Car is announcing a low-cost extended service plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay nothing for auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay nothing for auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-805-1867 now. Drivers who are covered by Protect My Car will not have to pay for a covered repair bill again. This auto coverage is at an all-time low, much lower than what dealerships are charging. Additionally, drivers who activate this auto coverage today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and free car rental at no additional cost. Call Protect My Car for your free quick quote today. 800-805-1867. 800-805-1867. What do you have to lose? Again, 800-805-1867.
Roto-Rooter
Rooter jingle, take 1.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
Take 2.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
Take 17.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
And away go troubles
down the drain.
Let's try it like this.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and away goes troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Call Roto-Rooter for all your plumbing needs.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
I don't know. I mean, really? Yes, really. All right, so the Lobos weren't going to go undefeated. I just don't know if you thought it was going to be last night. Maybe you did. 66-63, Gay got beat. You can get into that. Women, 93-78, they are 5-0. Play there as well. We'll also talk high school sports because it's that time of your work week where J-Po's got to come over, and if Adam would have showed up in time and J-Po would have actually really believed he was showing, he would have fixed the camera. But see, he didn't believe he was coming. It just shows you.
It's a tough morning.
Look at Adam Deals here. Hello, Adam.
Hi, guys.
It's good to see you. Thank you for coming and making the time for us this morning. He's the executive director of the Big Dog over on ProView Sports Network. ProView Networks is what they call it these days. And he's sending everybody else. So like everybody, J-Po's got to go to Clovis and Eunice this week, and Adam's like, no, I'm going to stay here in the metro area, and I'll do the big game. Look at he rolled his eyes at me. Did you see it? Will you do the replay?
Can you replay that?
So you get the Big Dog game this weekend, huh?
No, I think the more intriguing game might be Clovis and Cleveland, which is a really, really good game. So we're sending a crew to do that on Friday, right? It's semifinals. And then that same crew is going to go to Eunice and do the championship game for Texaco and Eunice, which is the 2A championship. Well, of course, you guys know Sebastian Noel. He's adamant about going to Eunice, and so I don't want to take his. He is. He really
J-Po.
He really likes it. I don't want to.
Away, huh?
Yeah, I didn't want to take it away from him. And that being said, if I didn't have to travel and he wanted to go, it made sense.
It works out. Right.
So the other semifinal, Rio Rancho and Volcano Vista, which is going to be a great game. Man, Rio Rancho hammered Cruces. Yeah. So actually, it's Saturday, which is I thought very odd. Both teams played Friday. They're both Metro teams. Saturday at 1:00.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Why'd they do that? Just curious.
I mean, I have no idea.
So they could say they outdrew Lobo football.
They.
What?
They weren't scheduled to play.
I know they weren't scheduled to play, but this game wasn't scheduled before last Friday either.
Look, it's beat Rio Rancho on a Saturday afternoon earlier this season by 8 points, and so I'm figuring maybe he just wants to kind of try to play repeat. I don't know any other reason why they wouldn't play Friday and they're playing Saturday. But I'm telling you, man, Volcano Vista, they looked sloppy. They won by a touchdown, 35-28. Well, there's a couple things. I mean, Coach Bradley from Mayfield knows how to. I mean, he knows how to coach. He knows how to when his team is down. He knows how to find your weakness and exploit it and kind of keep the game close. Michael Bradley's proven that. And yeah, I mean, Mayfield had a chance really to win at times. So Volcano looked sloppy. Rio Rancho looked unbelievable. I think Las Cruces had a total of 5 first downs, and they beat him 35-0. Could have been worse. Running clock for most of the second half. I couldn't believe it, to be honest, because I thought it was a coin flip game, so it was crazy.
Finals last week, Volcano Vista 35-28 over Mayfield, and then Rio Rancho 35-0 over Las Cruces, and those are the two games he's talking about. And then La Cueva went down to Clovis, got beat 37-17 by the Wildcats, and Cleveland 21-16 over Centennial in a tight one.
Yeah, very, very good game. Very good game. Came down to the very end. In fact, Centennial had a chance to tie and then, play that game, due to go for 2 to win kind of late. And they threw an interception at the 15-yard line of Cleveland.
Rivers.
So, yeah, very Phillip River type play. So Cleveland hangs on. Centennial's obviously a very good team, 9-1. It was a tough test for Cleveland. Very curious about that Cleveland-Clovis game, really. Clovis, earlier in the season, I wouldn't have thought that they'd be playing as well as they are right now. But we've been talking about him. I mean, we've done 3 games for him on ProView Networks, and Cal Fullerton's done a great job. Chance Harris, their quarterback, is looking good. Jaden Phillips is a wideout that's unbelievable. Justin Webskowski had another big game against La Cueva. La Cueva could not stop Clovis. And I think they were also I don't know if you've ever been to Leon Williams Stadium, but it holds like 7,000 or 8,000 right now, and it's. I mean, they take it seriously. It's like West Texas football out there, right? It's on the border, so they're very, very serious about their football. So it's a tough place to play.
And just looking at that game, and I know we've touched on it, but I feel like wait, Clovis is the 2 seed, and the way they played against La Cueva, even though they're at this point, I think it's still catching a lot of people like, oh wait, now Clovis is in discussion because it's easy to get caught up in your Rancho, Cleveland, Volcano Vista, everything we've seen up here right now.
I mean, I agree. But then also you look at Clovis, and then you look at the other 3 teams in it, and who is it? All all District 1 teams, right? It's like a repeat in every sport, Jeff. That's all we talk about.
Is it best to keep District 1 together? Like I know we're going to, because geographically and it works, and and things maybe will cycle. We always say things will cycle, and I don't know when this cycle is going to change, because just the way things are right now, where the population is and where young families are. But is it best to have them all in one district, or would it be better competitively to spread them out?
Oh man, I like the region, right? Like, you want to keep, in my opinion, you want to keep districts in your area, right? So I think the NMA's...
Like Clovis and La Cueva are in the same district.
Well, I mean, I don't understand some of it. Like, for example, they split up the West District for hoops, too, which just drives me nuts. Like, no more Atrisco, Albuquerque, West Mesa Valley, like that old school Highland, like they're not together anymore. And a lot of it has to do with a couple of teams drop classification, like Highland and Valley. But, I mean, it's kind of sad to me to see that. So I don't know where the NMA goes when they make these decisions for districts. I know there's a lot that goes into it, but I don't know how you change. Like Rio Rancho, Cleveland, and Volcano Vista, they're as close as can be.
No, they should be together.
Right, and then Cibola, obviously.
Yes, they should be. I'm not suggesting they should break.
No,
I'm wondering just competitively, is it best to have them do
But
that?
like, this is for this decade. I mean, who knows next decade? Like what I mean, it was like La Cueva, El Dorado, Sandia, like that was winning everything, at least here in the metro area, and it's kind of shifted a little bit. I mean, that's obvious.
No, it's where the new housing is and the young population's going, and that's right. All right, so we get Friday night, Clovis is going to host Cleveland.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, Rio Rancho and Volcano Vista. And we've seen Volcano Vista and Rio Rancho before. It sounds like you like Volcano.
I think I'm going to go Rio Rancho, really. That could be a homer pick. I mean, I'm a Ram, but I think Rio Rancho's playing unbelievable. I think Volcano Vista isn't, and this Rio Rancho team's better than the last time they played Volcano Vista, and I can't definitively tell you Volcano Vista is better than when they played Rio Rancho. So I think Rio Rancho losing by a score last time is waiting for this. Now, I mean, that's... Rio Rancho's lost 4 games. I don't remember the last team that's lost 4 games that made it to the state championship, so it's not like this happens a lot. But we talked about Rio Rancho's schedule early, and they've gotten better and better and better. Their offense and defensive line will match up against Volcano Vistas. I mean, the X factor here to me is Diego Pavia. So he's a quarterback that's been playing really good, had a good game against Mayfield, but they did not look sharp against Mayfield, Volcano Vista, not at all, and that's a team they should have hammered. I'm just saying. So Cleveland, not a pretty win against Centennial. I think they probably should be a little bit favored over Clovis, but because it's in Clovis, that's a true home field. We talk about home field advantage. It's not really a big difference, I think, because a lot of these teams share fields, but Clovis is a real home field advantage.
For Cleveland, what are they going to see from Clovis in that game?
Yeah, they're going to see a lot of trick plays. They're going to see spread offense. Justin Webskowski, their running back, can go line up in the slot and be a quick receiver that can beat anybody in a one-on-one coverage when they spread you out, so they're dangerous. Jaden Phillips leads Clovis all time in receptions, so he's just a playmaker. So they've got playmakers, big hit plays, though. And this is what hurt Clovis. Plays over 40, 50 yards, touchdowns that, you have a methodical drive. There's nothing more crippling when you have a methodical drive and you have a 12-play drive that leads to a touchdown, and you take 7 minutes off the clock, and then Clovis score in 2 plays, and go 80 yards. So I think Cleveland have to shut down that big play hit. Cleveland, their offense, believe it or not, with all the playmakers they have, has been more of a methodical, let's move the chains offense, at least through the playoffs. So
for Cleveland, is that because of the trip, do they go out the day before, or is that just get up in the morning, miss school, and go?
I'll bet they go the day the day of. I think.
You think they go out on Friday, so they leave?
Guess.
They leave campus about 10 in the morning.
Yeah, I mean it's a 3.5 hour bus. Maybe you stop and get lunch. 4.5 hour drive
out there because it's really important. For all
that's why they keep all the schools.
Hey, J-Po, what's your
hosting.
favorite restaurant? And you got one in Clovis and Eunice, or should I ask you that next week?
It's been there a couple times already.
Yeah,
huh?
you got a favorite spot?
I don't know. There is literally a spot called The Restaurant that we've stopped by twice.
How could you not go there?
Oh, it was just like, where do you want to go? Let's go to the restaurant.
All right.
They got burgers.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah. No, that's good. They got fries, I'll bet.
They have fries also.
Do you have
Chicken nuggets? They got chicken nuggets?
chicken, they call them boneless wings.
Oh, boneless wings.
Chicken, that's what they call them. It's a big conversation this week. You like your chicken wings with the bone or boneless?
Bone.
You like the bone in?
Yeah,
You
definitely
like the
bone
work.
in, traditional.
Yeah.
Naked though, not the breaded, right? Like naked bone in.
Kind of grilled instead of fried, it sounds like.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The breaded?
The breaded, it gets too much bread.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
You miss the flavor out of it.
You and I are we're adult nugget guy.
Oh, I'm adult chicken nuggets all the way.
Yeah.
AKA boneless.
Yeah, boneless wings.
Adult chicken nugget. That's what
that makes it right
He's
when
right.
you put adult in
No
it.
one wants to no one at a restaurant is
That's
like, I'll take
beautiful,
chicken
actually.
nuggets.
Yeah.
That's why they go. Give me
boneless
the boneless wings.
That's what they are. No, it's absolutely right.
Well,
Nobody who says chicken nuggets. So they
Can I get the whatever IPA have on draft and the chicken nuggets?
and the adult chicken nuggets.
adult
please,
chicken nuggets.
with ketchup. All right, Adam's here. We got there's more than just 6A going on this weekend, and we got championships to be settled. We've got different classifications that'll have to play out. So we'll get into that when we come back. Adam Deal is the big dog at ProView Networks, and he's with us here in studio. We'll talk to him more about that when we return. Holidays are here, boys and girls. 1 week from tomorrow, Thanksgiving. It's times when you spend a lot of time away from the house. Company parties, events. You're going to travel out of town to visit family, and an empty house can be a target for thieves. International Protective Service, IPS, is a security company. They provide security officers who are trained to protect your home when you are not there, even when you are there. I use IPS, have for a long time, and they make my family feel more secure. They'll patrol your neighborhood, give your home that lived-in look when you're out of town, pick up the mail, take the trash cans to the curb and back on garbage day. And if your alarm goes off, IPS will respond with an armed officer within 5 to 7 minutes. Police, they could take up to hours to show up. Bad guys work overtime during the holidays. So does IPS. Put IPS to work for you so your home is not an easy target, because their job is to stop break-ins before they happen. And if you own a business, you want to take some time off and not worry about your business during the holidays, call IPS. Let them protect what you have worked so hard and for so long to build. Call IPS 505-897-2420, 505-897-2420, or go to ipsglobal.com.
The Jim Rome Show.
The sport.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 10,000 homeowners improved their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-881-1234.
It's opening drive. Jeff, JJ Hoser, J. Poe, and Adam Deal. The gigantic deal from ProView Network is here in the house. Talking about the football playoffs, we had 6A talk, but it's not all 6A. Oh, no. Los Lunas is still alive. Still alive. They got to go to the Wool Bowl, right? To play Goddard this weekend?
Yes.
How's that going to go?
Well, it's a rematch from earlier this year.
It's a rematch from earlier this year.
It was a weird game. So when they played, it was week 5. Las Lunas was hosting Goddard, and they were scoreless at halftime, which I have not done game scoreless at halftime. I couldn't remember when. Especially nowadays, offense in high school football. And then Las Lunas, I think, ended up winning like 21-10 or something. I can't remember specifically, but they handled them, and so they scored 21 points in the second half. Nobody had done that against Goddard all year. In fact, the only other team to do that is Roswell, who should beat Deming on the other side of the bracket. Deming kind of upsetted Farmington.
So that's Friday night at the Wool Bowl, and that's why they're playing this one Saturday, huh?
Correct. So there'll be both games over there. And, yeah, I mean, Las Lunas should be favored. Goddard's got to control the tempo. If anyone's watched Goddard, they cannot pass. They cannot pass. They can't. Like, even if they tricked you and tried. They cannot pass the ball. They can run. They can run very well. They've got a really big offensive line. But they are just run. They try to control the clock. If they get down, they're in trouble. If they get down in the game fast, they're in trouble. And I think Los Lunas have everything you want. They smashed Artesia this last weekend. They have everything you want offensively. And I think they'll be all right with Goddard, I think. And I think Roswell will handle Deming with no problems at all. So I think your championship is
58-21 they beat
in
them?
front of you. Yep.
Dang, JJ. 58-21 they beat them. All right, Eunice has got a new stadium. They're playing a state championship down there. They got it yet? They're building it.
Nope, it's a new stadium. I think third year maybe. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous facility.
DJ Poe? I don't know if they have a new restaurant for you, but they got a new stadium. Might even have internet.
They got the Burger Shack.
Yeah, they'll play host to Texaco, who's jumped up a level. Texaco actually played in the 8-man final last year against Animas. That is a trip, by the way. Animas.
Where things close early, right?
I'll tell you, there's nothing to close. You can't close anything.
There's nothing to close.
That's true.
All right. Hope Christian has had a season, and they got to go to Robertson this week. They got to go to Vegas to play with too.
They want some revenge. Last year they got upsets in this round, and they lost, and so a lot of people didn't see it coming. And
especially them.
Yeah, and so now they got a chance. They have to play in Robertson, even though I think they're the higher seed. And they're going to go to just because of who owes who, right? So they played last time here. We had the smart. So yeah, but they'll play Robertson again, and Robertson barely beats their rival West Las Vegas 14-7 to move on. So that was a really close game. Hope should be favored. Socorro should be favored on their side. And if all plays out, Socorro would be hosting Hope Christian for the championship. That's the way I see it going. Though Robertson does have the prestige, I guess. They've been around for the last 6 or 7 years in the championship. I think 4 times, maybe 5 times out of 7 years now. So they're trying to add to that. I think Hope Christian's better. So we'll see.
All right. Do I trust that he's going to be on subject? Let's see. Let me go phones.
Uh-oh. Who we got?
Edward, good morning. How are you, sir?
Well, how's this for contact with the real deal? He referenced Animas Panthers, who are proud owners of a 69-game winning streak.
Is that right?
That ended in the 1980 season, I believe. Is that accurate, Mr. Real Deal?
That is very accurate. Well done.
You know, not only am I tragically brilliant and devastatingly handsome, but I am painfully accurate several times.
Painfully.
But I do like your assessment on Cleveland University. And I'm intrigued by those the large school games. I think we're going to get a great semifinal round. And Volcano Vista, who's this year's version of the New England Patriots, just getting things done. So I do enjoy your assessment. Thank you for sharing with us. Now, quickly, if I may, gentlemen, briefly talk about the NFL, because I was on topic.
Sure. What do you need to do?
Thank you.
That's what Adam said. He loves the NFL.
Being very benevolent with the Crusher this morning. Coming off yet another 5-star pick winning weekend, my friends. And had the Minnesota Vikings not tried to demolish their season by going down 20-0 to the Denver Broncos, but still winning the game, it would have been a perfect weekend. Let me ask you this. I've been a big fan of Phillip Rivers, who's our generation Dan Fouts, in my opinion. How bad is he? I mean, how bad was that performance Monday night?
Bad enough that if that was Luke Falk, they'd have cut him.
It was horrible.
Although he threw for 358 yards.
7 interceptions in the last 2 games to just basically blow their season out of the water. That 2004 draft class, Eli, Rivers, and Roethlisberger, it's just time. Well, Eli should have retired like 5 years ago, but that was bad. By the way, we're in Super Bowl week for the Dallas Cowboy organization. I know they're jumping around, and it's an exciting time for them because they're traversing to the Great Northeast to Foxborough. I think it's going to be an exciting, close game. I find it very interesting, you know, what's going to happen. We don't know yet, but let me say this. I think that if New England gets their left tackle back this week, and I think they're going to probably put their tight end in a fullback blocking position, and I think the New England Patriots have 6 weeks to reinvent themselves offensively and to try to get to their 10th Super Bowl in the last 20 years. But I'm looking forward to that game. I really appreciate you letting me kind of talk about the NFL a little bit. Mr. Real Deal, your content expertise rivals none, and I appreciate your segment. Thank you very much.
Good day, sir. Look at that. He loves you.
Thank you. That was very nice.
None.
Is that the new Eunice Cardinal Stadium that you're showing me, J. Powell?
Ooh, that's tight.
Look at what
man.
your show, J.
That's
Powell.
for 2A football.
That's a beautiful new stadium that you get to go, J. Poe.
That's a good use of oil money right there.
That is a good use of oil.
So, I mean, they're built, I guess, according to Sebastian Noel, they're building a $34 million basketball
Just went up
stadium.
$2 million. It was $32 million during the break. Now it's
Was it
34.
32?
Now it's going up.
Whatever it is. That's a lot,
Yeah.
though.
Isn't
That's
that loud?
crazy.
Materials change. That's probably why.
10 minutes because of
I think that's
tariffs?
crazy.
Tariffs, the price went up.
Probably.
All right, where can everybody watch all of these games?
Just go to ProView Networks. All the links will be there on the front page for state championship game, and then the two semifinal games is the ones we're covering. There's also other games going on. If you want to go to Artesia's website, I'm trying to think of it. I can't think of it right now because they're covering the two game at the Wool Bowl. They cover a lot of Roswell games as well. So those two games will be streamed as well, I believe, from the Wool Bowl. So if you want to see the 5A games, they are broadcasted. In fact, we might even carry something on our website to take you there as well because we want to make sure everyone can watch these games. It's good games, man. Semifinals, you got to love it. So it's down to this.
He is Adam Deal. You watch him all the time on ProView. You can hear his dulcet tones. He'll be at the Volcano Vista Rio Rancho game. J. Poe, hit the road, J. Poe. He's going to go to Clovis, and then he's going to Eunice with that new stadium. All right, when we come back, a injury for one of the best in the world that'll keep him out of a major competition. I will tell you who, what, and who will replace if there is replacement to be had. What? He's like the best in the world at what he does, and he's out. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute. On Monday night, Haley Wickenheiser became the 7th woman inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame. Arguably the greatest female hockey player ever, she led Team Canada to 7 World Championships and 5 Olympic medals, including 4 straight golds. Wickenheiser was the first female player to notch a point while playing in a men's professional hockey game, over in Finland, that is. She is also the first woman to have played in or coached at 4 NHL development camps. She's currently Toronto's Assistant Director of Player Development. Beyond hockey, she was a shortstop on Canada's Olympic softball team. She's the mother of her adopted son, Noah. And oh, by the way, she's attending medical school at the University of Calgary. What can she do? However, what brings her great pride is the annual Wickenheiser Female World Hockey Festival, known as WickFest, which is growing the sport around the globe. Congratulations, Wick, from somebody else who loves hockey. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Head clogged with sinus pressure, congestion, and a stuffy nose? The worst. But you can get fast relief from Vicks Sinex nasal spray. It works in seconds and lasts for 12 hours. 12 hours. So breathe freely, fast with Vicks Sinex. Use as directed.
Right now at the Home Depot, 'tis better to give and receive. Buy a Ryobi One Plus battery kit for just $149 and receive a select Ryobi One Plus tool free. Your choice from cordless drills to saws, even a radio. That'll make one powerful gift come Christmas morning. Actually, 2 powerful gifts. Buy a battery kit, get a tool for free. Only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through January 29th. Items must be scanned at checkout to apply while supplies last.
Head clogged with sinus pressure, congestion, and a stuffy nose? The worst. But you can get fast relief from Vicks Sinex nasal spray. It works in seconds and lasts for 12 hours. 12 hours. So breathe freely, fast with Vicks Sinex. Use as directed.
There's a new home for Lobo Talk, and you're listening to it.
Lobo Talk. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy.
Catch the voice of the Lobos, Robert Portnoy, right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Every week as he talks with Lobo coaches, players, and more. Lobo Talk, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
You have to be up in 5 hours, 2 hours, 6 minutes. And when you hear, you realize that you haven't slept a wink. That's why there's ZzzQuil Pure Z's, a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin, so you can fall asleep naturally with no next-day grogginess. It's available in both liquid and gummies, tastes great, and is non-habit forming. Pick up ZzzQuil Pure Z's from the sleep experts at Vicks ZzzQuil. ZzzQuil Pure Z's, naturally superior sleep. Available at retailers near you.
Right now at the Home Depot, 'tis better to give and receive. Buy a Ryobi One Plus battery kit for just $149 and receive a select Ryobi One Plus tool free. Your choice from cordless drills to saws, even a radio. That'll make one powerful gift come Christmas morning. Actually, 2 powerful gifts. Buy a battery kit, get a tool for free. Only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through January 29th. Items must be scanned at checkout to apply while supplies last.
You've been hurt at work. The workman's comp checks are supposed to be coming in, but they're not. The bills are piling up and no one seems to care. You have a friend in the Fogel Law Firm. In New Mexico, workers' compensation has its own court, and you need a lawyer that specializes in workers' comp. Personal injury lawyers don't have the expertise for workers' comp claims. Call the experts at the Fogel Law Firm to review your case for free. Call 255-9092 or visit Fogel, Fogel lawfirm.com.
My family is very close. When we all get together, our parties are huge, all-day affairs. Grandma always does the cooking, and there's always plenty of wine and beer to go around. Like a good family, we look out for each other. If anyone has been drinking, we don't let them get behind the wheel. One of us will be the designated driver, or we arrange for a safe ride home. It's one of the ways our family shows the love.
If you drink, don't drive, because family time is better than jail time. Let's end DWI. Brought to you by NMDOT.
Do you want to change your drinking? The ABQ Treat study is looking for volunteers between the ages of 22 and 55 to participate in a research study examining how the brain, behavior, and emotions change after alcohol treatment. You will attend 12 weekly treatment sessions and receive up to $440 to complete surveys and brain imaging over 15 months. For more details or to schedule an appointment, call ABQ Treat at 505-633-8861. 505-633-8861.
Is there any wonder why Precision Garage Doors has more than 2,100 great reviews online from customers just like you? If you need a repair on your garage door or want a new one, call Precision Garage Doors at 244-DOOR. They'll email you a picture of the technician coming to work at your home, keep in contact until he arrives, and are usually done in 2 hours or less. And ask about the lifetime guarantee. Go to GarageDoorsAlbuquerque.com or call 244-DOOR. Make the right decision. Call Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Let's say you just bought a house. Bad news is, you're one step closer to becoming your parents. Soon you'll have a separate fridge in the basement where extra groceries are exiled forever. Remember that frozen lasagna? Of course you don't. It's been down there since 2008. Good news is, it's easy to bundle home and auto through Progressive and save on your car insurance. Piece of cake. Behind the lasagna, it's very old. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Dell's biggest Black Friday ever starts now. Save up to 50% on Windows 10 laptops and desktops with Intel Core processors before Windows 7 support ends January 14th, 2020. Save on servers and a huge selection of electronics with low monthly payments, plus get free shipping. Call 877-BUY-DELL to talk to a Dell Small Business Technology Advisor who can help you find just the right tech. That's 877-BUY-DELL or visit Dell.com/SB Black Friday.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Animal.
All right, we got he's the best in the world, and he's out. And there's a major competition coming up. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Hoser, and J-Po. Brooks Koepka will miss next month's President's Cup. A knee issue, they say, which originally he addressed with stem cell treatment. And so Tiger Woods, who is the captain, had been notified, and he has replaced Brooks Koepka with a pretty good replacement, wouldn't you say? Ricky Fowler.
Not bad.
Yeah. Of course, the President's Cup is the 12-man international team, the U.S. versus the international squad, all international that are not European. You're like, what? Why not the Europeans? Well, the Europeans get their own team. That's the Ryder Cup every other year, and then this is every other year where they play the President's Cup against the other internationals. But he withdrew, did Brooks Koepka from the President's Cup team. He had a statement that said, I notified Captain Tiger Woods that despite constant medical care and rehab, I am not able to play golf at this time. I consider it to be a high honor to be part of the 29 team, and I regret not being able to compete since my injury in Korea. I have been in constant contact with Tiger and assured him that I was making every effort to be 100% in time for the President's Cup in Australia. However, I need more time to heal. I'm sorry, and I won't be able to represent the red, white, and blue. So the number one ranked player in the world, he hasn't competed since he withdrew last month from the CJ Cup in South Korea. And look, to Adam's point, off camera or off the air, I mean, it's the President's Cup. And we think the U.S. team should win the President's Cup.
Should
get yourself ready and let's see you at Augusta in April, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's when you want to see Brooks Koepka, because he's the number one ranked player in the world. He's the best there is right now, and so that's it. So no Brooks Koepka for the President's Cup. 246-0610, 888-922-0610. The world champion Washington Nationals are down the Baby Shark. Baby Shark swimming across the ocean, going to Japan.
He gone.
Gerardo Parra agreeing to play in the Central League for the champions there, the Yomiuri Giants. He's going to go over and take a little bit of a payday and go over and play there. Good for him, huh?
Good job.
Guess. I guess.
Get that title. Go make some money at the end.
Yeah.
Gerardo Parra. Fun dude to watch. I always enjoy watching
Yeah,
Gerardo.
Gerardo Parra, no más con los Nacionales de Washington, D.C. ¿Es verdad? I don't know why. I just really don't.
Yeah, you said that correct.
Yeah. All right. What do I get tonight? Just some action? What do I got? It's like in between Lobo games. I'm going to watch like sitcoms with my kid. What am I going to do?
You can do whatever you want to do.
I know.
That's the beauty
It
of
is.
America, Jeff.
It's a big sitcom night, too.
America.
J-Po's just got a PS4. I might
Goldbergs.
just go over to his house and just PS4.
Crossplay Call of Duty, I might see you on there. That's
Is
good.
that right?
Modern
Is that what you guys are
Family.
going to do? You guys going to hit each other?
Yeah, we live by each other.
You guys are
we play
cute.
the same games.
What, did we just become best friends?
I think we did.
Yep.
Yeah. I just watched this happen. Oh, did you see what happened? Just the bonding right there, J-Po and JJ.
So is these the type of games that when you play in that commercial where, I don't know, the rapper that like gets distracted and everybody's like, hey, and then he's driving the Jeep and he goes off the cliff. Is that those type of games?
I think I know what you're saying.
I'm a little lost.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you guys were going to play, right? Video games like,
Yeah.
you're at your house, you're at your house, but you're playing the same game.
Yep.
And you're live and something happens and you're like, oh, wait a minute.
We have a lot in common. Like, what's your favorite dinosaur? Say it off your head. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
Raptor.
You guys didn't say the same thing.
What was that, Jeff?
So
What were the millennials doing
I
just then?
don't even know what just happened. Like, this whole segment's gotten away from me. You're talking about some
do
rapper that you
karate
don't
in
even
the
know who he
garage.
is driving off the
He's
off the
the
cliff.
one that says,
you guys didn't say the same thing and say you said the same thing. I'm getting a PS4
You guys hadn't
today.
seen that commercial?
Can I join?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I don't even want a PS4. Is PS4 all right? You like your PS4?
Yes, I do. So
Like,
far.
like if your wife's out of town with the with
cool if
the
we make
family,
this
are you
bump
just
bed?
oh, you guys are super cute.
Like,
How long will you play? Like, what game will you
so
play?
much room for activities.
What will you play for all those hours?
I don't know. Last night it was Crash Bandicoot, and the wife loved that.
She played?
She played. We
Really?
were getting real into it. I had to go to sleep. I had to shut it down.
What time do you go to sleep? You had to get in early.
About 1.
Damn.
Whoa,
bro.
1 o'clock?
Good thing that ProView job lets you take naps during the day.
Work is life.
Yeah.
Just get over it. You just wake up.
How late did you play last night? Were you playing with his wife? Video games, I mean, last night until 1 in the morning? Come on, I made that very clear. I made that very, very clear.
Now we just take a turn.
After a little
Now
pause.
No. Video game. Oh, now J-Po going to go throw. He going to throw, J-Po.
Oh, my
Took
goodness.
a turn very quick.
Were you playing video games last night?
No.
With J-Po and his wife? No? All right. I'm just asking.
It's dealing with post-game reaction.
Oh, I like the way you were prepping last night for this program. That's very good. All right, so we got Lobos tomorrow and UTEP tomorrow. Jerry Palm will be with us. We'll talk college football, correct? That's tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Just because.
Lobos and Aggies tomorrow.
What did I say?
UTEP last.
Oh, yeah, that was last time. 66-63. Lobos and Aggies tomorrow. I bet Chris
See the
Jans.
reaction a couple days out. See how Lobo fan feels about that one. Aggie fan, ultra confident. Let's go.
Who needs it more? Lobos or Aggies?
Dun, dun, dun.
Stay tuned. Yeah, I think Aggies need to win more. But
Do you think? I mean, they both. It's with the loss now? Going with Auburn
Split
coming up
going
next?
into Brooklyn.
You go in there 2 in a row, like with Auburn. Auburn's good.
They're very
Have you
good.
taken a look at Auburn? Never mind. Only did they win the
McCormick,
Final Four last
Dowdy,
year.
that backcourt.
I'm just saying.
Classic center, Purify.
Like,
boy.
Yeah, they're really good. I think they both need it more. Does that even make sense?
Yes.
They both need it more. It's a big weekend down in Cruces too, by the way. You get Lobos and Aggies basketball on Thursday, and then football. Here come the Miners on Saturday, right? Aggies are favored by 7.5 in a football game on Saturday. When was the last time Aggies were favored by 7.5?
It's been a while.
You think even in the bowl season they were favored by 7.5 in any game?
I'd have to go back and look. Maybe
I'm gonna guess not, though.
They play an FCS team that year.
Es posible, but I mean, still, it's a lot for them. So that's what we got. We'll talk football as well. Tomorrow morning, typically Thursday mornings, we will have a Lobo football conversation for you as well, which, by the way, have been terrific.
Yes, Johnny Hernandez one was phenomenal.
Yep.
Last week, love that conversation. The story about Naval ROTC bringing him to the University of New Mexico.
Totally makes sense.
Ultimately, starting at safety for the Lobos, and keep an eye out for any update on Carlton Bragg. There's
something's going to come today,
to
right?
linger. If it was just buckled in the moment, feeling better today, we shall see.
Yeah. All right. Thank you to Chris Jans. He's the New Mexico State basketball coach. He was with us today. As was Adam Deal, the big deal over at ProView Networks. Way to go, Jay Poe. Good job.
Thank you, sirs.
Are you in tomorrow?
I am not.
All right. Are you in the rest of the week?
No. Got to prep quick.
You done with us?
Get everybody ready.
All right. Well,
30
travels to you down to Clovis and Eunice.
Thank you.
Hoser terrific. Jim Rome Show is next, and Patrick's after that. Sports Bar comes up at 3.
20.
And then, JJ, you want to come back tomorrow morning? Do award-winning radio at
I will
7 a.m.?
tomorrow morning.
All right, we'll be back at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Go out and be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll see you tomorrow.